Internet, and welcome to another episode of Slaying 101 here on Game Nights. I am your keeper today, Savvy, and we are here to play Monster of the Week. But before we do that, I have some announcements. As always, this week we have our regularly scheduled games here on GGK. On Tuesday at 7 p.m. we will have, this is all Eastern time, we will have a new episode of Eos, our one of our D&D 5th edition campaigns run by our good friend and yours, Dammit Barry. It's really fun. We're only a few episodes in, so now is a good time to jump on that train. On Thursday, we'll have a new episode of All Myths Are True. Excuse me. All Myths Are True. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That is another game on the channel that I run. It's Tales from the Loop. Is kids on bikes getting into shenanigans. Right now they're dealing with a bunch of weird birds with microchips in their heads. So if you're interested in that, come hang out on Thursday. And then Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball.
Thunderball.
You guys all looked like you were going to say something, so that's the best echo I've ever gotten. Yeah, that's D&D, but sports, and it's really great. And the last episode was super exciting and dramatic, and come watch it. You can watch our VODs. It's on YouTube as well. You don't even have to like sports to like that game, I don't think. And then on Sunday, a week from today, same time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have a new episode of The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel, our formerly Pathfinder, now D&D mini-series that Sean runs on the channel. That's right, we've given up on Pathfinder and we're playing D&D again. But it's a really fun story with really fun characters, and that's what is coming up for us this week. You know who I am. I'm gonna let these people around me tell you who they are. Why you think I would know by now whose turn it is? That's right, it's your friend and mine, GB.
And I wasn't muted this time, finally, but then I was typing. I'm sorry. Graybeard's Tavern. Check out my Twitter to find out where I'm at and my schedule, because we're switching seasons now and things are going to be changing up. A lot of finales coming up, so check that and show up and have fun with that. But today I'll be Rex Machina, or Rexy Machina, and had the big reveal recently, so that's she'll be coming back with some new stuff and new moves, so stay tuned.
Exciting. Sid.
I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. I'm mainly just shit post and apparently have started a revolution about bananagrams, so that's cool. I didn't know about that. Anyway, you can find me here every other Sunday. You found me. Good job. On Saturdays, I'm over on ProStar's channel. We are doing the Tal'Dorei campaign. It's getting good. We're gonna do some downtime, and then, you know, hopefully Pro doesn't kill my father immediately. You know, just draws it out really dramatically, as they are wont to do. And on Wednesdays, I'm over on Impact RPG now. We're doing a Forgotten Realms world tour over there. That's fun. That's 7 p.m. Eastern on the Wednesdays. So yeah. Otherwise, just, you know, come say hi to me on the Twitter and stuff.
All right, and in the middle, we've got Rob, who's had to step away for a moment. He'll be back with us shortly, but he's Rob. He's bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_Rob on stuff, and he plays games, and he's great, and he'll be back to make jokes in a minute. I'm not going to try to do them for him because they won't be as funny. LB.
Hi, I'm LB Hackamup, and I'll be playing Victoria tonight. Also, I'll be playing Abby. I have my stuff ready, but yeah, you can find me at LB Hackamup on Twitter, where I post a lot of kitten pictures. I saw some kittens at the rescue that were just born that day, so I posted a video of them. So yeah, if you like kitten content, that's where you should go. That's it.
All right. And Sean. I know
Hi.
where you are.
Yes, I'm here. I probably could have just gone unprompted. Hi, I'm Sean, the Kraken King on Twitter and everywhere else. Savannah already said most of the things that I'm in, so definitely check out Thunderball on Saturdays and Black Kestrel next Sunday. Yeah, that's it. Short and sweet.
Y'all just let me know when the call's starting. I'm gonna yeah, just tell me when we go live.
We're live, Bob.
Fuck! I wasn't playing Animal Crossing. What are you talking about? I am a professional who shows up on time to every show I'm ever in and doesn't eat snacks on camera. Hello. How long
It's your
have we been
turn.
live?
Go.
Oh,
Eating snacks on camera is so unprofessional, Rob.
I'm just kidding. I wasn't actually playing Animal Crossing. It was a bit. Whoa! Anyway.
Whoa!
I told you guys it wouldn't be as funny if I did it.
See, I thought you did great.
Thank you.
You
You want to tell the people what you're doing this week? If anything?
not playing Animal Crossing and eating snacks, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, hi, hello. You know who I am because Savvy did a great job in introducing me. A hell of a lot better than I do, so maybe I'll just let her do it full time. Who's to say?
You're going to have to pay me more.
Do eggs count in Animal Crossing? Because I
Yeah.
got a lot.
No, I have so many.
Um,
I take payment in the form of tarantulas.
feels right. That feels very normal and stable, and not scary. I'm sorry, this is going on way longer than I intended it to. I'm in a Minds of Phandelver game on twitch.tv/themontyhall on 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, and I'm on twitch.tv/runawayrobot_ with a Humblewood campaign at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And I think that's everything. Yeah, because I'm here too, which is happening now. Hello. And then I'm going live at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob sometime in the near future, but who's to say when? Just basically when I get my shit together, which it's mostly together, you know, dryer sheets on the lights, as diffusion, a microphone in front of me. I think I'm ready to go.
Don't give away your trade secrets like that.
I'm sorry. This isn't a microphone, it's
That's
a hamster.
paid content. Come on.
Anyway. Please somebody stop me.
We won't.
Please somebody stop me.
It's a hamster, and this whole time you're just lip syncing. The hamster's been doing the show.
Oh my
GB.
god.
Stop. Well,
just
that's why I
surprised.
can keep drinking and
We've
talking
ratatouilleed
at the
you,
same
internet.
time.
Wonderful.
Anyway,
I'll
please
stop you.
start. Please clap.
Please clap.
Please don't.
All right. So welcome. This is Monster of the Week. I know it was obvious the whole time. But yeah, we're gonna start where we last left off. So in our last, nope, gotta do the mystery music. Hold on. What's wrong with me? Let's do this one. On the last episode of Slaying 101, you all solved a mystery. The mystery of the Vitala that was, plaguing your town, kidnapping your friends, possessing corpses to try to get at their families. Just, a normal week, I think, for everyone. And you did it. Congratulations. But not before almost summoning, what might have been a lot of other shit out of hell, and I was only a little disappointed when you were able to fix it. But that's okay. We'll get to it next time. But you discovered, sort of in the wake of all of this, with this artifact coming to the local museum in Cedar Grove, that an old friend of yours, particularly Sally's, was a little bit behind the whole thing. Angula, the Fury, the demoness who has plagued you since Halloween, was involved somehow. Probably because you made a deal with her and tried to fuck her over. But you know, that's what happens. So, where we ended last session, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, an old friend of Wynn's showed up at his house in the middle of the night saying a bunch of nonsense. So for our interlude, in the weeks of winter break leading up to and away from the holiday season, we're gonna start there. In Wynn's parents' living room.
Wynn turns on the light.
Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to you?
It's a long story. Vic, what the hell are you doing here? Wait, did you just say visions?
Yes, I have a lot I need to tell you. But I feel like right now you're not really in a state of... Do you need to go take a shower?
Just like, I just open the front door and look outside. Is there anyone else out there?
Nope.
Who put you up to this? Was it Chuck?
No, Wynn, it's not. It has nothing to do with any... Look. I have been keeping something from you for a long time. Like, since we started seeing, knowing each other. But it's kind of all culminated and come to this wrecking point, and I haven't slept in 5 days, so I just need to talk to you about it, but I don't think that you are in the right mental place or physical place to hear it right now.
All right, if Chuck has something to do with this, I'm gonna kill him.
Wynn, I know you can do magic.
Magic? Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that thing on the back of your hand? That little
What?
stunt you pulled when we were up in your room and the door closed? How about the painting you did? Picture perfect of the time we spent in the church.
Who are you?
What do you... I'm me. I'm Victoria.
No,
The
no,
person-
you're like a shapeshifter or something, and Wynn's like backing up away from the door. This is like another demon thing.
What can I do to prove that I'm me?
Just like, I think he's just still stepping back away from the door.
Here, she's gonna pull down her pants slightly, which I don't need to do in real life, and she's gonna show him her tattoo that's just below her pant line. That's
Whoa, okay, all right. So you... Shit. Wait. Okay, close the door. And he just like turns and walks back towards the kitchen.
She's gonna go close the door and follow him.
Wynn just walks straight into the kitchen and pulls out a bottle of bourbon from his parents' liquor cabinet and pours 2 glasses, shoots one of them, refills that one, slides the other one over to her.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was concerned about. Look, I'm sorry to be barging in here in the middle of the night and following you and stuff, but I've been having
Visions.
visions.
Wait, how long have you known that I could do... How long have you known about me?
I've known since before I knew you. There's a lot that you don't know because you're on the outside. When you get to the inner circle, you get privileges, like talking to oracles. And that's what me and my family do.
Wait, you know about the order too?
Yeah. We kind of work for him sometimes.
Wait, but you knew about that like in high school, like when we were hanging out and that whole time.
Yeah.
Were you like keeping eyes on me or something?
No, I was actually trying to keep my distance from you because I knew this is gonna happen.
Pours himself another drink.
And if we're gonna be honest about a lot of things, I don't want to tell you this, but I'm slightly telepathic as well.
Is that the one where you can like control things with your mind?
No, it's the one where I can read emotions and thoughts from people. Not all the time, though. I don't like just do it. I have to concentrate on it. But, yeah. So, I've been having these visions, and they've been very intense. And I couldn't see anything clearly in them until tonight when I saw your face. And then I knew that you were going off and doing monster hunting bullshit, growing more powerful and all that, and it made me nervous. So I came here.
Okay.
But I didn't know you would be doing whatever you were doing.
So wait, why now? Why are you here? Like, you could have called me or...
Do you think that having this conversation over the phone would have been better?
Well, we haven't spoken like 9 months now. And last I remember, we didn't really leave off in a good spot, so...
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too.
I'd say it was fine if I thought that.
I know. Look, that night, well, the reason I'm coming now is because you're going to be going into the order soon anyways, right? You're going to be...
So you really do just know every... Okay, yeah. A
Well,
couple
I
weeks
can
now.
I can see
Yeah.
the future, if you recall.
That's really... I don't even want to think about that. Oh, yeah. So I'm supposed to be initiated at the end of the month.
Yeah. Like, you have rules with your order, and I have rules with mine. I couldn't tell you. And if I did, my dad would know. And I don't plan on seeing him anytime soon. So, with all this dream nonsense, and just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Like, looks down at the blood and the dirt and everything on his shirt right now. Says, yeah, I'm totally fine. Listen, you might know this already, but this has been a really rough couple of days for me. Found out someone else I know isn't who they thought they were too. And, wow, I'm just really waiting for the other shoe to drop. Well, I guess this is the other shoe. The third shoe. Anyway, I'm so tired right now, and I understand you haven't slept for, what, you said 5 days?
Yeah, that happens. I basically run on Red Bull.
All right. Makes sense. All right, so why now? Why are you coming to me with this?
Because I again, this dream, it's very powerful, this vision. And I couldn't see anything until tonight, and all I saw was your face. I saw more than that, but the only thing that was clear was your face.
And what was happening in this dream?
I was running through the woods, and there was something chasing me. And, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's me that it's going to happen to, but that's what I was seeing. And then I ran into someone's arms who was wearing all I could see was a leather jacket. And then you came up to see if I was okay. And then I just heard screaming in the woods. And I was afraid. I was very afraid.
And do your visions always come true? Like, is this gonna happen to somebody?
Unless I do something about it.
All right. Yeah. I know some people that might be able to help. I can put you in contact with them if you want to, and they can help you out, and I'll stay out of it.
Why would you stay out of it?
Like I said, we didn't really leave off on the best of terms, and you haven't really wanted to talk to me for like almost a year now. And I get
There's a reason for that, and it doesn't have anything to do with us.
Didn't really realize there wasn't us.
Well, there was a you and there was a me. Look, I don't think now's a good time for us to talk about this. About why I left in the middle of the night.
All right.
But I do want to talk about it because I haven't told anybody what I saw. Not even my dad.
Can I try to read Victoria?
Certainly. Is
that sharp?
Roll for me plus sharp.
This will go badly. Oh. 9.
One question.
Fuck. God, like all of these would be really useful right now.
You do one.
Is your character telling the truth?
My character is telling the truth.
Okay.
And she does look like she knows she's done something wrong, but she's very conflicted.
All right. You can understand like why I'm a little hesitant about all this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really not. You're right. I'm not in the headspace for this right now. I'm barely standing as it is. And I think he's like physically like leaning on the counter a bit. I do want to talk about this. If it's that important, then sure. And I don't know. You name the time and place.
All right, I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah.
She kind of starts walking out of the kitchen and then like stops and turns back. You know, I am sorry, Win. About everything. And she kind of exits.
Victoria leaves.
When collapses onto the couch. Yeah.
Okay. I think Victoria will text him the next day to see how he's doing and if he's ready to talk again.
He waits to text her back.
Okay.
Because he's got to meet up with Rex
Wonderful.
tomorrow. So
All right. We will return to that shortly. But for now, I want to go somewhere else. I want to go to Rex. Rex. What are you doing in the immediate aftermath of this whole mystery that you've just solved?
Ooh,
Besides probably taking a nap.
yeah, probably go back to the roost and vault, lock myself in, put on some very loud music, and kind of meditate myself until I'm just out in the panic room, locked
Okay.
in their own panic room.
All right, you meditate for a while, and get some rest in. Try to decompress a little bit, even though you have a sort of big finding kind of sitting on your shoulders. A little bit into your sleep. So while you are in the panic room, how do your friends at the roost contact you? Can they just come back and knock on the door?
No, because they don't know that the bunker is under the store. So
How can I get a hold of you?
I think maybe there's like this I think this horribly antiquated like rev up kind of phone. You have to like wind it, and then on the wall there's a case, like a plastic waterproof case that has an emergency phone in it.
Okay. So a little bit into your rest, that emergency phone goes off.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Hey, there's someone here to see you.
You kid, really? I don't have any appointments on the book.
Someone in a suit.
Okay. I'll be right there. Click. Doesn't say goodbye because this is TV, you know.
They know.
And so Rexy again, you know, I guess puts her coat back on. Or no, wouldn't, because she's at the shop, and so she thinks that who's ever at the shop is there to see Betty Bixby, not Rex. So so I guess she actually takes a couple layers off, and so she's got like, you know, a band t-shirt or something on, and she'll, you know, like and ponytail what little hair she has into it like a top knot, and then proceed to exit the vault and climb up the ladder through the closet and come down to the main shop.
Okay. In the main shop, you see it's fairly empty, but your cohorts who work here that sort of see you coming kind of point to one corner, and standing there on her own, sort of just flipping through a comic that she has found on the shelf. You see a tall woman in a like a gray suit, dark skin, sort of high ponytail, and then sunglasses kind of hanging from her collar.
Okay. Rex's suspicious mind is like on full alert. And yeah. And uh she walks over, but she like kind of is at the end of a rack of stuff in like, hey, hi.
She looks up and kind of nods at you and says, Miss Bixby.
Yeah. You looking for a new outfit? Something we can build for you?
No, I'm looking for you.
Oh, okay.
Is there somewhere we can talk?
Yeah, sure. And she'll go back and yeah, I guess she'll go back and start heading for the back part, like where she lives, and yeah, I guess she'll take her there, and then in the horrible little kitchenette that is her actual apartment, she'll. Okay, so what's this about?
Well, it's about you.
Okay.
I've been looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who I am?
Mm-mm.
I'm shocked. But it makes me think coming here in person was a good idea. Should I call you Betty?
Yes.
Rex?
And when she says Rex, the color just drops out of Rexy's already pale face, and she snatches the nearest thing to her, which happens to be like a plushie, like My Neighbor Totoro plushie, and hucks it at her, and then just hoofs it.
Okay, I think she, boy, now I'm gonna have you roll. Can you roll to act under pressure for me?
Okay, and I will not use my new playbook for that.
Yep.
All right. So this will actually be -1, and act under pressure is cool, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the dice, but -1.
Okay.
So 10.
Okay.
Snap.
Yeah, you throw this plush at her, and it sort of catches her off guard a little bit, and so before she can bat it away, it just kind of like socks her right in the side of the face, and she more calmly, I think, maybe than you expect, just kind of calls after you. You're not in trouble, if it means anything.
And the guys in the shop downstairs, they heard like combat boots, because Rexy didn't change her shoes, hit the roof of the shop, and then they hear like about three good stomps, and then nothing, because then Rexy goes into quiet sneak mode that they normally are, and they climb back in the window, and they're like, so what you're saying is you got my messages?
Yeah, you could say that. I was told you're looking for a job.
And a big yeah, I and goosebumps, and just kind of flustered and doesn't know, did not expect this, expected some kind of email, and so yeah, NSA, CIA, FBI, anyone?
On the books, nothing. SCI?
Okay. that's the department that she broke into to get her in trouble in the first place. So she's like really nervous.
You've seen our facility.
Mm.
Technically, my department doesn't exist. But for the purposes of this conversation, I am here to formally extend to you a conditional job offer.
And she's standing kind of like this, and then she's like, woohoo! And she like does a little spin, and she's like, oh, okay, all right. And then she walks over and she opens the refrigerator, and it's like it's basically those frappuccinos, like a case of them slid into the top shelf, and then just like just raw foods that have never been made into anything, and some of them are all like dried out, like the broccoli is turning brown and the cauliflower is turning brown and that kind of thing. And she grabs a frappuccino and she's like, you want one?
Sure, thanks.
And then she sits in the little breakfasty nook, and I mean, it's literally like one bench, two benches, and like a half a table. Sit down and
She pops hers open as well, and sniffs it, and then kind of takes a sip, and says, "So, you reached out to a bureau that most of our own government doesn't even know exists. I would love to know how, but that is for a later time. I take it you want the job?"
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to run anymore, that'd be fantastic.
That would be the idea. The official offer. You have a record to many of your names, if I'm being frank with you, but
She blushes a little bit with pride.
we can make that go away. No issue. New identity. No issue. In exchange, you'll, instead of surveilling us, be surveilling for us.
And because it's, supernatural crime investigations, she says out loud, like waiting for any kind of hesitant or like thing from her where then she could use her suspicious mind to see if she's lying.
She doesn't flinch.
Okay. Says, so okay. Is there electronic paperwork or?
That will send you by email. So this shouldn't disrupt your day-to-day operations. You can stay in Cedar Grove if you want. You are going to have to find a more sort of stable cover.
Okay.
You're doing a lot of hopping around right now. It makes you hard for us to follow.
Again, big smile of pride.
So, that's up to you. Whatever you want, we'll put you in. Oh, and new name and a sort of call sign, code name. Your choice. Just put it in the paperwork. Any
Okay.
questions?
I mean, what is the actual bureau? Or department, I would say.
Well,
Do you want me to read it?
I got it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Technically,
if
it
I
doesn't
sent to you.
exist,
All right.
so keep it to yourself. Officially, you be working for the Bureau of Advanced Natural, Supernatural, Hypertech, and Extraterrestrial Evaluation.
bit.
We thought you might.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Let's. I mean, I. And she's like really just a kid, you know. So she's kind of freaking out, and then she's like, puts her hand out, like shake on it, kind of thing.
Yeah, she kind of smiles at your enthusiasm, and I think puts her hand out and says, "I'll be your initial handler. You can call me Aphora."
Nice. I think I'll stick with Rexy. I'll fill it out.
Let us know. And you don't have to break into the building.
No.
You can just call me.
Okay. And then does her, so she doesn't have like a phone or a device or anything out, right?
Right.
That I can see. And she's like, okay. And in her head, she's already plotting. You can see like how she's gonna break in and find this new, this new organization, and how she'll have to find codename Ahura, and look up the number. And then once she's got that, then she'll just call her phone. And then as she's doing that, she looks over and she's like, I don't have to break in, so how do I call you?
She reaches into like her jacket pocket and pulls out like an iPhone and just kind of slides it across the table.
Okay.
Everything's in there.
Sweet. Okay. And can Rexy tell like this is a highly modded phone?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. She gets a smile like, nice. Because again, she's like taping phones together to get things to work and stuff, currently. So, okay. So now do you, like I blink and you disappear, you give me a flashy thing, or, I mean, does this...
That's not my department. What I do is tell you we'll be sending you some paperwork shortly. Fill it out, send it back today. And she kind of she stands up and she kind of looks you up and down, and she acts like she's going to leave and then stops for a moment and says, do you have a suit?
You mean like Spider-Gwen? Because she's thinking like all the cosplay costumes that she has.
No, just she kind of like pulls on her lapel. A suit.
No, but I can get one. Is there a standard issue black? I take it.
Or gray. You know what? Let's have lunch. I know a guy.
Okay. And she puts the phone in her pocket and grabs like her normal jacket, which is like blaze pink, satiny thing with like kitten whiskers on the back kind of deal, and follows after her.
Hey.
And as they walk through the shop, she'll be like, boys, we're legit. And they don't have any idea what that means, but then she like high fives them, and she goes, 50% off any three graphic novels, 3, and does the 3 to both the nerds behind the counter, and then follows her out.
All right. Rex gets a new job. All right. We will follow up with that later. But I want to check in now with Travis. Hey, Travis. What are you doing in the immediate aftermath of this mystery?
Oh,
You got hit in the chest by a demon a bunch.
Yeah, it's fine. I think Travis is taking a cheeky little self-care, always. And he's just feet kicked up on the couch, munching and crunching on some, I don't know, Cheetos. Heck it. And he's just watching, Better Call Saul and just binging it.
Does he like it?
Oh yeah, thinks it's great. Are you kidding me? Jimmy McGill is his idol,
That
the man he
seems
hopes
right
to be.
me. All right. So kicked back, having a snack, watching a good TV show. Travis, in I don't know the 5th episode or so. I don't know how many they are. I hope there's 5 at least.
At least.
I haven't watched it. Around the 5th episode, I think exhaustion still kind of hanging over you a little bit from everything that you went through, the injuries that you took both from demons and also from some of your friends, and a lot of fighting that happened. You doze off on the couch. And you start to dream. A familiar dream. One you've had before. You find yourself standing in an empty, sort of gray room. Kind of. You can't really see the walls or the ceiling or the floor, but everything around you is just sort of gray, as if you're kind of floating in this space. And then out in front of you, you see this small bead of light that starts to grow very slowly. Music's a little intense for this. But it starts to grow in front of you. And from it, you hear a voice sort of whispering.
Doth I recognize the voice?
Not at first, but I think as the light grows, you sort of find yourself inadvertently kind of moving towards it just a little bit, and it picks up, and then finally less of a whisper and more as if someone is sort of speaking softly to you. You hear, "Oh, you're back." You hear the voice of Selena, the Keymaster.
Hey, yeah, to be honest, I don't know how I got here again, but dreams, am I right?
I was really hoping you'd done it on purpose this time.
What? I'm dead? Oh my god, I knew the Cheetos would be the death of me. I never trusted Cheeto fingers. No snack should leave that amount of residue on your fingers. It is just not natural. I feel like my fingers are permanently dyed orange.
Well,
Wait, am I not dead? Are you fucking with me? I don't know anymore.
you're not dead. I had just hoped you'd actually called me up on purpose this time.
I called you?
Yes.
Is it possible to butt dial a voice I hear in my dreams? I didn't know that was a thing.
I think you just can hear an exasperated sigh. And sort of out of this light, you see this sort of humanoid form start to take shape. And pretty clearly this time, you can see the form of a woman sort of standing, hovering, you're not sure, in front of you. She has this like golden skin, kind of long, like bright, almost like cherry red hair, and there is this like gold light kind of coming from her eyes. She says, "I don't know what I'm gonna do with you."
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't mean to call you. Just kind of watching TV, and I guess I dozed off.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm glad you did. It means you're progressing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did watch a lot of TV today, huh? Shit. Should get a hobby.
Indeed. Travis, right?
Yep.
Right. You've been doing a lot of magic lately?
Been trying to.
Really?
Yeah. The kid's been teaching me here and there. I'll admit things have been a little hectic lately, so I haven't really, had much practice, but I taking a fair crack at it.
And this is something you're interested in doing, learning?
Oh yeah, it's cool as shit. Are you kidding me? Sorry.
Why?
What? Oh, I felt like I was not reading the room properly, and I was being a little abrasive. I tend to be very excitable.
Travis, when you've been alive as long as I have, you sort of learn to just go with whatever's in front of you.
Fair
I
enough.
think we might be able to help each other.
You want me to steal something for you, or
No. But I do want you to assist me.
Okay.
I've been in this key for a very long time. Haven't always been. And I don't always want to be. And I think, based on what little I can garner from being in here, that you and this kid, these friends you have, might be able to get me out. Obviously, I'd give you something in return.
So is this like a genie in a lamp situation? Because we did that already, and it didn't really go well.
Oh, it usually doesn't. No, I'm not a djinn. I'm not a demon. That's
How-
usually the next question.
Yeah, well, yeah. How did you get, I guess, trapped in here?
How to put this gently? I would say, based on how humans track the passage of time and what have gained in here 2,000 years ago or so, a man, much in the same line of business that you are, made some powerful friends, did some magic, wanted me to do his bidding, and so locked me in. I don't like it. I don't think that's fair. And I want out.
So if you're not a djinn and you're not a demon, who are you?
There are many words for what I am. My people are long gone from the earth. Have been while I was locked away in here. The closest thing you have to me are... do you know fairies?
Yeah.
Little ones. The flitty ones, the annoying ones. We're sort of their keepers.
So you're a great fairy?
Well, I like to think so. I really thought that was going to be your sort of humor.
I'm trying very hard not to laugh out of respect for your profession, ma'am.
You read those fantasy books or play those games,
Mm-hmm.
then you know of the Fae.
I do. Are you a fae?
Well, now that thousands of years have passed and all of my people have gone somewhere else, I think on Earth I'm the Fae.
So you're the arch fae? Am I a warlock? Am I becoming a warlock? Is this a thing?
You know, if it helps you to think of it that way.
This is cool as shit. All right. What do we do? Your grace. Sorry.
Now, you don't have to do that, but I do
Oh,
enjoy
thank God.
it
It was really weird.
quite
I
a
didn't like
bit.
it. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll toss you one or two every now and again, I guess.
How gracious. I don't know. I don't exactly know what he did to lock me in here. Some sort of spell, but it's not magic of my people. It's something created, bastardized. But I feel confident that you, perhaps your more magically inclined friends, might be able to figure it out. Help me. Let me out of this damned thing. I would very much like to find where the rest of my family went.
You think they're still out there? I mean, I don't know how long you guys live, but it's been, you said 2,000 years.
Just in the key. We
2000.
live. Well, it's complicated.
Well, I mean, if you think they're out there, absolutely. I mean, I assume the reason this thing works the way it does is because of your magic. So, in a way, you've been helping me this whole time, even if I didn't know it. So it's the least I could do. I mean, I always pay my debts. Well, pay most of my debts. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I will pay all of my debts. I promise. Pinky swear. Do you have pinkies?
In some forms.
Okay, some form of a pinky swear then.
Your word is enough. But you will help me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, hopefully you're not trying to trick me. In which case I could be dooming the whole known universe. Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I hardly doubt it's the entire universe.
And now I feel like you're fucking with me again.
You might never know. But I'll continue to help you through the key, and you can let me out. There's a great font of magic that might be yours.
Like Arial, Comic Sans, or
I don't.
I'm sorry, it's a font joke. It's, you know, you missed a lot in 2,000 years. My puns might be lost on you. I'm sorry. Yes, I will help you. Please don't kill me.
I won't, Travis. Not today. Go to sleep. And the light in the being starts to kind of fade away, and you're left in darkness. And you sleep really good. Like, you fell asleep on the couch and you don't even wake up with like a sore neck. It's like awesome.
Nice. That's a win. Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure where on the camera win was, so I was gonna be like, actually, that's a win. So I'm glad one of us did it. God damn it. Monster.
We haven't gotten enough puns out of my name, and I'm working to make up for that
No.
today.
All right. Anything you want to do when you wake up, Travis?
Where did we leave off with Abby? Where is she floating about right now?
Abby probably went upstairs and went to bed. She's probably in her room.
Damn.
You could go up into her room. You're allowed to.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've been up there before.
I don't listen.
Remember when you told Abby to practice safe sex?
Yeah. Good times. Good times. Yeah. All right. He'll run up like 2 steps at a time up to Abby's room.
Up
Okay.
the elevator.
2 elevators at a time up to Abby's room.
This is just jumping up and down in the elevator.
Yeah.
Sure. He would be. He'd be like,
What time is it?
who cares?
I know. I was just wondering if Abby will be up or not. If it's
It's. I want to say it's the next morning around like
Sure.
7.
Sure. So he busts into Abby's room. She's sitting up in her bed. She's got a book next to her. And then that's open. She's not reading it. And then she has like a tray on top of her that has like feet on it. So she's just kind of eating breakfast
Mhm.
with coffee. Hey, what's going on? Are you okay?
I am a warlock.
I mean, technically, yeah, right? Because you
I
do
mean-
magic and you're a dude.
Well, I mean, like the Dungeons and Dragons type of warlock, where there's like this big fucking magical being or whatever, and it gives me my powers, and like I got a patron and everything. The lady in the key is gonna teach me how to do magic, or like help me do magic, because you taught me how to do magic. I don't know. A lot happened in my dreams.
Okay, the lady in the key, she's what?
She is a fae. Like a fairy, but like not like, hey, listen kind of fairy. Kind of like a I don't know, in like the mythological sense of the word
Yeah.
fairy. Yeah, magic folk, you know, they forests and shit. She's been trapped in there for like 2,000 years.
Uh-huh.
And she wants me to help her get out. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I could just. I'm not 100% sure I'm not being tricked, but like it's also kind of really fucking cool. So like if I am being tricked, we'll kind of figure it out because we always do.
Uh-huh. Hey, maybe we don't like just yet deal with that. I mean, I found out something today. My dad called. Remember, he's in England.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah, actually it's really good. He talked to the staff there and showed them my work, and they want to take me on next semester at Cambridge.
What is like a student
Yeah.
in England?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, kid. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an amazing opportunity, and I mean that's where I wanted to get my doctorate from. So if I get my undergrad, my master's, I mean I really only need a couple more classes for my undergrad, and then my master's, and then my doctorate, but that means I'm gonna be leaving.
Yeah, that's England is kind of across the ocean. I figured you'd be leaving. What about it? I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I just feel bad. I don't want to leave everyone.
Don't feel bad, please. It's your future. It's great. It's a fantastic opportunity.
Well, yeah, no, it is. I know it is. I'm nervous telling everyone, I guess.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. I could tell them if you want.
No, that wouldn't be right. But, if I'm not here, like here,
Mm-hmm.
Watson's gonna come with me. So.
Oh man, are you kicking me out?
No. I won't be able. Like, I can't help you guys with. Like, I can still help and do research and stuff, but if you guys get hurt, I can't help from where I am. And I'm kind of worried
sure.
about that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll be fine. I mean, we just won't get hurt. Easy.
I can hear laughter in the distance. I'm not certain why. Okay. Well. Yeah, we can. I mean, we have like till the end of the month to help with your fairy thing. We could get started on that.
Till the end of the month.
Yeah,
That's when you leave.
Well, I have to be there for next semester, which starts in January.
Gotcha. And like, when is Christmas from here? This is Rob asking.
We're a couple weeks away, right?
Yeah, they're still a couple weeks away.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll have we'll have the holiday and everything, and New Year's and whatnot, and then we can send you on your way, and it'll be great.
Yeah, I was thinking actually, since my parents are going to be out of town, we could have, anyone who wants to come over have a dinner or something up at the house. Well, in the house.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Are you sure you're going to be okay without me?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Because we're friends.
I
We
know.
care about each other.
Mm-hmm. Neither of those things change with distance.
I know. Just kind of gotten used to having you around.
Are you gonna miss me
No.
and all of my charm?
No. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'd miss me too.
You're such an asshole.
Yeah, but I'm good at it.
All right. I'm writing up a list of rules, and she takes her book over for when I'm gone. What you can do and can't do. You're going to have access to the house, but no one else can come up here. And then she starts just listing off all the things. You can't get into my father's liquor because he will know, okay? If you want something, order it this way, blah, blah, blah. It's like a couple pages.
Travis retains about 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. I can go in the house.
Yeah. House.
He will have a butler on staff to like take care of the house that he knows about Travis and the cave.
Hell yeah.
But he's not as good as Watson, so sorry.
I mean, who is?
Right?
Perhaps you'll meet him at the Christmas party,
Oh,
Mm.
sister.
the holiday party.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Yes.
I would like to, and this could be like I don't know, whatever you have planned next. This can happen whenever, but at some point Travis would like to call a quote unquote team meeting sans Abby.
Okay. Let's do that right now.
Oh God. Okay. Travis
So.
calls a team meeting sans Abby.
Travis
Scene.
calls all of you. Text all of you.
Wait, are we actually meeting up, or
Travis?
is this actually going to be like a conference call?
No,
wanna
it's
call everybody?
no, it's gonna be like in the warehouse. The text is gonna be like SOS warehouse. We need to meet immediately.
So 3 of you get this text from Travis. In this episode that I called, Travis calls a meeting. I assume you all go screaming to the warehouse.
What is
Immediately.
it? Sword or shotgun?
What?
She's texting that.
Oh,
Which one do I need? Both?
all.
Sally like packs up her arsenal and just like moves over there. Just jacked, like sword, like all the knives, like everything. Just, like she's ready.
So this is in the middle of the night, though, right?
This is the next morning.
This is the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought you went up and woke Abby up.
No.
It was the
It was
morning,
the
yeah.
morning
Okay.
after.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yes, this is the next morning. So you all in your respective panics gather your things, go screaming toward the warehouse, which I tell you what is gonna get discovered eventually, you guys.
One day.
And you come, I assume, probably Sally in front, busting in the door.
Yes.
And
Where is it?
Travis is standing there.
Travis is just hanging out, like just like throwing a ball against the wall.
Are you possessed? I
Oh,
didn't.
hey.
Oh, shit! I didn't bring holy water.
What's that? No, whoa, what do you mean possessed? I'm fine.
Where is it?
Was what?
You called an SOS. SOS means monster. Where is it?
No, SOS means oh god, what does SOS stand for?
It's the shortest
I've
letters
never-
in the Morse code, so that it became like. You know that?
Oh, interesting.
I knew a guy. Anyway, where is it?
I just wanted to call a team meeting because this is very, very important.
Win shows up 45 minutes later. Just letting you guys know.
Fair enough.
After he says team meeting, Rex steps out of a shadow and it's like, with the mega taser and like.
Okay,
puts it
so
away.
we need to come up with some like really specific vocabulary. Okay, cause so like SOS needs to be reserved for I'm being murdered by a supernatural monster. Come here right now. And then team meeting means, hey, I'd like to meet up and talk about stuff.
Yeah, but like if I call a team meeting, Wynn's just gonna show up 45 minutes late.
Wynn's
gotta
just
think
gonna
about
show
where
up
the hell is
45
he?
minutes late regardless. So
Okay, fine. He's gonna show up like an hour and a half late if I call a team meeting, and this is very time sensitive.
do you know how long it like do you see these harnesses? Do you know how long it takes to put this on?
I have seen you run really, really fast. I am sure it takes you like 2 minutes.
That's a really long 2 minutes though.
Oh, you are like the Flash. Get out of here with that shit.
I assume they argue like that for 45 minutes and then I show up.
Yes.
So Win arrives.
wearing
Sally
like
and Travis
wearing
are
sunglasses inside,
And
really
one day
just
there's
like
going to be a multiverse level crisis, and you're gonna have to run at the speed of sound.
Do
and
you know how
I
heavy
am
this
going
this
to feel
backtrack
can we
bad
please
when you
stop
die.
yelling? Please. Please just
Oh, hey,
laugh
sunshine.
just like
Hey.
so much quieter, just like a whisper if you can.
Right. All right. Now that
Good
I've
night.
taken everything off, what's up, Slips?
All right. I would like to surprise the fuck out of our deal, Abigail.
For like,
This girl, it is important. I don't want to hear any griping, Win. This girl deserves to have the greatest fucking Christmas. They could make a Charlie Brown special out of this shit. All right? I want all hands on deck. I want to deck the fucking halls up in the mansion. There's going to be bows. There's going to be holly. There's going to be tra-la-la and maybe even some fa-la-la. And Travis is just going to, you don't know when he did it, but he is going to pull out a whole fucking shopping list of just decorations. He's going to need Sally to go get this. He's going to need Rex to go get that. Call in all these favors, whatever. Like, we're going to do presents. We're gonna do like this huge ass feast. Like me and Win are gonna cook all day.
Okay, you're
be
doing
awesome.
this all wrong. I throw parties all the time. I can handle that part. Just like let me deal with that. Okay,
Win,
drinks,
with
decoration.
With all due respect, you throw frat parties.
Yeah, what kind of
Is
party do you want?
High society Christmas we are talking about.
We do formals. I know. Fine, whatever.
Do you own a pair of dress pants, Winthrop?
Several.
It's not a formal if you're not in dress pants.
Sally literally goes, "Oh,
Your chubbies do not count."
He's like looking to, like he's wearing pants right now. They're not dress pants, but he is wearing pants right now. It is December.
I'm so glad you showed up wearing pants.
You also know that like we could do this stuff over a group text. We don't have to meet up in person for.
Listen, I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page
Okay.
and understands the urgency of this situation. Because it is urgent. And it is important.
Sure.
Sally kind of looks over the shopping list. Yeah, that main hall, you're gonna need a little bit more, and probably at least a second tree.
I mean, I've seen you lift cars, so a tree surely is no problem. We'll just, you know,
Well, yeah,
it's
just
gone
to
with a
fill the
tree.
space, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, fuck it. We'll get like 5 trees. I'll do
Oh,
it. Let's do it.
Okay. Why the, like, urgency? Like,
I don't know. I just feel like being Santa this year. It's heartwarming. I don't know.
Is he lying?
That
Am I
is
lying
true.
about what?
Being
why?
Santa.
Oh, I see. Because you.
Rex can tell if
No.
you're lying.
Rex for sure knows that Travis is not saying why.
Rex gives you the like this and then a little heart. Like,
All right, I'll chip in whatever you need.
Ah, it's fine. It's all paid for. I got the kid's credit card. But like, you know, we just need. It's like all hands on deck. Like, a lot of heavy lifting needs to happen, and like, you know,
Sure.
Win, you're handsome, you're strong. I'm handsome, I'm strong. You know, but we're gonna need some. We're gonna need all hands on deck. I
All
don't
right.
know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, I just
I-
want to make sure that we're all on the same page about this, and I am open to any suggestions and any personal flares that you would like to put in. But this needs to be the best fucking Christmas Hallmark has ever seen. I mean, we need to blow any holiday movie out of the water here.
Right.
so I made the Amazon list. If you just want to put in the credit card, then hit go. It'll all show up.
Well, hold on. Maybe we should put some historical touches. I mean, you know, the place was built in 1840s. You know, make it like a post-Regency thing. You know?
Sally, since when were you into interior design?
I'm just saying it'd be nice. What? Fuck! I can't say it's gonna be nice. It'd be nice.
No. I'm just saying that I'm kind of a schmuck when it comes to this sort of thing. Do you want to step in and take care of the design stuff?
I mean, I'm familiar with you know the aesthetic, I suppose. Sure. Yeah.
The wizard formerly known as Win. What's up?
What about music? I know a couple of groups that might be able to handle it. We had like, or not like rock music or like DJs, but like we had some orchestral groups that showed up for a formal that we did, which involved like black tie. Because I do other things except for I'm a 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional person. I don't.
I'm a three-dimensional person.
Some matter of dimensions.
4 dimensions.
How many pieces this orchestral group?
I think it was a 6.
Okay.
Like it was small. I mean, it wasn't like.
No, but you've surprised me, and I apologize for underestimating you. If you want to handle the music and whatnot, and the entertainment and drinks, sure.
No, when you say entertainment.
No strippers, for the love of God.
All right. I just want to know where the line was. All right. I got music. As long as. So Abby's paying for all this, but it's a surprise.
It'll be a surprise on her credit card statement.
If she even notices, honestly.
I mean, that's true.
It's. I'll you know, let me see what I can do about the paying for stuff. I'll talk to Watson. Maybe, you know, you guys are
Just don't rob another
you guys are
museum.
making me rethink this.
Rex,
I didn't
Rex,
rob a museum for the sake of robbing a museum. I thought it would be helpful.
Right.
Rex adds the Amazon list to Travis's email. Like,
Mhm.
so now it's Travis's Amazon list. Swipe.
That is so frightening and will never not be frightening, Rex. Please do not steal from me. I will be very upset.
All right. Are we good here then? Because I need caffeine.
Yes, we are absolutely good. Thank you. I am sorry about the SOS.
Team meeting. This is the
Team-
verbiage now. Team meeting.
We'll call it team
SOS
meeting.
is I'm about to die. Come cut something's head off. We square?
very square.
All right.
I will buy coffee.
Thank
I
you.
am sorry for the misunderstanding. I am not a heartless beast.
Yeah, can you get that holster right there? It's just a bit to reach.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Ah,
absolutely.
Thank you. Okay.
And as we're walking out, Rexy will pass Sally and say, SOS, seriously obvious shitstorm.
I think that's what it actually meant. Well done, Rexy.
All right. And you head out to get some coffee.
Wynn does
and
turn
right
back to
there-
Rex and is like,
Okay.
coming. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just flavor.
Okay. And that, my friends, is where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. On that note of Christmas, holiday, whatever holiday it is, party
I just
planning.
want to say I'm the biggest fan of this show. Just like I could have no scenes in this show, and I can just be happy sitting
This-
here. I'm
This is my favorite show to watch.
me
This
too.
is better than Better Call Saul. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Thank you guys for some amazing interlude scenes so far. We've got some more coming to you live here on WGGK. But we're gonna take a quick break. Be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you to all our listeners and viewers out there for hanging out. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us while we took a quick break. We are going to pick back up shortly after where we left off. The four of you have left the warehouse, and I assume probably taken Travis up on his offer to buy you a coffee. You get some coffee, hang out, chat for a little bit, and begin to go your separate ways. Travis, I assume, probably to go do some sort of party preparation or gift buying, and Sally to go put all of your weapons
Literally like
away.
hiding the back, whole thing with her hair, just to cover the handle up in public. No pigs.
So one by one, you kind of peel off, leaving Rex and Wynn sitting once again at a coffee shop downtown across the table from each other.
How you holding up?
Good. I got a job offer yesterday.
Where?
For the people I screwed over originally?
All right. I'm sure there's more to that story. Is that all right? So just to get things out, the mask and everything going on and not telling us, I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Yeah, a lot to do with it. Well, you know that I was in a institute, and you know that it had to do with my parents' death and my being misjudged, being blamed for it. Well, it was a weird 9 years living amongst the criminally insane, and I picked up some skills that, anyway, I knew there were demons, and I knew when people came through. I knew when they were crazy and when they were telling the truth, and that's how I met Sal. And she, became my pal, my friend, my family, and I never wanted what I did to blow back on her, because, well, she's a demon.
So when I was on my date a few weeks back, and like that whole thing went down, like, why?
she yeah, I guess she will. She'll just like put her head straight to the table and be like, "When you're like my only friend," and I don't know. I just felt like this other person was gonna be your friend and not me. It was, and it's weird living, multiple lives,
Right.
and sometimes it gets blurry. And she's crying,
Right. And listen, I'm sorry I didn't recognize like the other you after the couple of times that we had seen. You do understand why I didn't recognize you though, right?
I get it.
Okay.
I do.
I do feel bad about that.
You sit on a couch with someone and watch The Mandalorian and things, and then you have to see them another time, and you go to frat parties and hunt monsters.
Yeah.
With them, and then it's like watching someone on Twitch. You get to know them, but then they don't really know you. And
What's Twitch?
you don't know about Twitch? Twitch is awesome. You get to watch people play games, like, games you can't play, or so like Witcher 3. I hate the Witcher interface, but I got to watch this guy, Bonus Stage Rob. He played Witcher, so I got to experience the whole storyline, and I got to experience the whole storyline and catch all the cool bits, but I didn't have to fight through the ugliness.
I'm not gonna wait. Witcher, like the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a series of books back in the 80s, and then it became a series of
Really?
games. And I
All right.
listened to them on Audible, but I listened to it at like 3 times the speed, so I'm sure I missed something. The show was better.
Well, I'm glad that I know who you are now. I'm sorry it had to happen like that without you, wanting us to know. So.
It was weird, and it's strange. I'm trying to navigate the whole thing mentally about having friends and people you can just talk to.
Right. So I didn't want to take up I'm really, really hungover. Like everything just has this whine to it right now. Like there's this buzzing that's going on, and my head is killing me. You also notice during this conversation, Wynn is constantly checking his phone, and has a couple of times started to type something and then set his phone down, and just keeps happening. But he puts that aside and says, I've got some other things I'm dealing with right now, but I really did want to talk to you about this because I need to come clean with you on something. I thought fair turnabout, fair play, all that. This is incredibly ironic that we're even having this conversation in a way that you will not understand, but when we met, I recognized you from I guess the best way to put it is a weird dream, a vision.
Like the Navajo?
Yeah. Right. I don't know what it means. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen that often. Anyway. But there was this thing, and I saw you and this masked person, and we were fighting monsters together and that sort of thing. This is way before all that even happened. And then there was this other one where I saw you and these other taller figures kind of standing around you, wearing suits or really cloaked in shadow and stuff. It was really creepy.
Gets goosebumps. Okay.
And then there was this, the only other one that I ever had was this you were there, and I was trying to push through these people to get to you, and there was just weird red light, and it sounded like something was coming after you, like a dog or something, teeth and growling, that sort of thing. I don't know what it was, but I saw that, and then I met you a couple days later at group. And I didn't know what to do about it, so I introduced myself, and then
Well, it's you guys have opened my eyes to real magic and stuff, and so I have to imagine that it's all part of that kind of world that I just can't touch. I don't know why, but I believe you, and now I'm afraid of dogs.
Well, I don't know if it was a dog. It could have been anything, but yeah, probably a good idea. Just anything growling at you, probably just stay back a bit. All I know from it is that the one feeling that I came away with when it was over is that that person is important, and I need to stay close to them. So That's what I've done, and I don't know if that like takes away from this like friendship we have, or if it just like adds to it. I'm gonna go with the latter, because you are like a good friend to me, really. Like,
And she just tears.
okay, all right. I'm making this too emotional.
And and she'll reach over and just slug you like it hurts, like she hit just right, like Sally taught her how to punch.
God,
And she's like, "It's okay. I mean, yeah, we're buds. It's cool. I'm good with that. I mean, I'm glad that occurred. I mean, without that, I would never met Abby and Trav. And even though Ab's leaving now that I can actually talk to her, that kind of sucks. Oh well."
did we learn about that yet? I don't remember if we learned. I don't think we learned about that yet.
He just told us about a
He
party.
didn't tell. He told us about the party. He didn't tell us that she was leaving.
I thought you did. Oh, okay. Oops.
No, it's okay.
Rewind. Okay. Yeah. So, and I get to talk to Abby, and I mean, Trav's okay, but he's Trav.
It's kind of hard to talk to sometimes. Like, he just starts yelling at you for no reason. I don't really understand it. Like, I didn't do anything wrong.
I know he's so old.
Yeah.
I mean, not Sal old, but Sal's like old and cool and doesn't look it. But
Right.
and again, for months you've known Rex and never heard them speak, and so it's just like blah, because now she has people to talk to, and it's freaking her out.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations I think we need to have. Probably not at a coffee shop, because that barista over there is starting to give us some weird looks. But we should hang out, like, for real. Not like hunting monsters and stuff. Like, you can show me this Twitch thing, and,
That'd be cool. It'd be so cool. Okay.
Can I get one, like, favor from you, though, before you go?
Sure.
I don't really. Okay, this is like super personal, and like really hard to explain. Is there a way that you can just, if I give you someone's name, you can just confirm who they are? Like, not really going in any details. I don't want to know anything. I don't really want to snoop on them or anything. I just want you to confirm that they are who they say they are, and not some like monster or something.
Duh. That's what I do.
Okay, again, this is super personal. If I tell you, like, so confidential, whatever they call it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Her name is Victoria. Last name Keener. She goes to school here. And I just want to know, like, just need to make sure she's not like a government plant or like some kind
and
of...
as social media is coming up, he's like looking at you like, and he's like, well, what's Tracy, right? Tracy's the girlfriend.
Katie.
What's Katie gonna think?
Katie's not really around anymore.
Oh,
She
dude.
broke up with me a couple weeks ago.
I'm so sorry, dude. Oh man.
I mean, it's like totally mutual.
Idiot.
Like I told her what was happening about like the monsters and stuff. Because she kind of knew about it like a little bit, and I kept having to
that
bail
whole thing
on
with her.
dates. Yeah. And she started to ask questions, and so I told her, and she didn't really want to be a part of that because it felt like she was in danger, and so I was like, fine.
Makes sense. So
We haven't really talked since then, so I don't really know how mutual it was, but anyway.
She seems legit. I can do a deeper dive. Just to
No.
make sure.
I don't really even want to know anything more than that. I feel gross even asking you. I just needed to make sure. Seriously. Like, I mean, do not let me know. I'm sure you know like way more than I want you to right now, but just like, please don't tell me. Okay?
Okay. They do like Rex does like a snap thing like this, and we swipe away, and we see the little trash can, and the info goes in, and then explodes and burns.
All right.
We cool?
We cool. Yeah.
And she gets like a big genuine smile, like I've got a friend.
Once classes are over this week, is this the last week of school? Is this the last week of class?
We're heading into break.
How many? I'll be around for a bit, and yeah, let's hang out.
Cool.
All right, I gotta go.
And Rex like gives the barista like an evil eye, and and thinks about looking them up, and then puts the tablet away in her little, backpack, and follows you out.
Wynn catches an Uber or something to go back home, and he texts Victoria, finally responding to her text message, and says, "Let's meet up."
Where?
You know where my place is anyway, so might as well meet there.
The frat house or your
No,
parents'
no.
house?
Home, parents' house.
Okay. Or no, she's not gonna type that. Yeah, she'll give me half an hour.
Sure.
Full face of makeup, full hair, cool outfit, on the road.
Okay. An hour later.
Yep, that's about right.
We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
When Victoria knocks on the door.
Wynn is also like tried to look presentable. It's like took a shower, like down some ibuprofen to help with the hangover. Maybe splashed like some sort of cologne on. I don't know. He's very
Axe.
in a weird space right now. Yeah, come on in.
She has a Red Bull in hand and pushes the door open.
I think he just like leads into the living room to like sit down on the couch to just talk. It just says like after being quiet for a second, just sighs and says, "I'm sorry about last night."
You don't need to be sorry. You kind of had a lot dropped on you all at once.
Right. No, that's true. I still feel bad for the way that I kind of handled that. I feel like I was a little short with you. You were clearly like freaking out about something, and I should have like listened a bit more.
It's all right. You were very emotional.
So I guess let's just get this out in the open. What's going on?
Well, I guess I kind of have to start. So I'm not allowed to tell people when I have visions, unless it's something mundane. I mean, not like people who know that I can have visions in the first place. There's that rule too. But on Halloween, I had a vision after you fell asleep of you. And it wasn't good. So I got scared. I couldn't tell you, obviously, because you didn't know. Couldn't tell my dad, which was really fucking hard. And then I don't know, I just couldn't deal with it. With seeing you and knowing what that was, and I didn't contact you back, and I pushed you away because I couldn't deal with it. It was too much for me.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Man. What was the vision?
Okay, when you go to study for the inner circle, you're going to have a bit of training on how to deal with oracles and visions and whatnot, and how to handle them, because they're not always, necessarily the true path that's going to happen, but there's a lot of like questions that go along with them, and I don't know all the answers, so you might have questions that I just can't answer. So let me just start with that.
All
Okay?
right. Yeah.
So I saw you. And I saw anger and an immense amount of power that I've never seen before. And you just took off flying through the sky, and then you got to your parents' house. You got here, and you were just in this like power rage, and then all I saw was fire. So I don't know what it means, and I assume that it's something that can be prevented.
I don't think so. Because that kind of already happened. You're really not joking about this.
Why would I joke about this?
You're right. Sorry. I didn't know if this was... That happened like a couple weeks ago. The timeline's a bit off. I'm not really sure, but I think that happened a few weeks ago.
Well, please explain more, because your house is not... Are your parents okay?
Yeah, they're fine. There was this thing... I don't understand it yet, and I'm talking to my mom about it, and we're figuring it out, but there was this moment we were dealing with this case, and there was this Jinn, and he just explains the entirety of what happened during that, all the way up to the... And then I just like blew up the car.
You blew up a car.
Well, it was like the only thing I could do with what was inside of me. I didn't know how to deal with it, and I directed it at something that at least I thought wouldn't be like the biggest deal, but it kind of turned into a big deal, and I feel really bad about it, and I still need to get his Christmas present. And yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, given the circumstances, I think that was probably the best option.
Thank you. Right? Okay. Thank you.
So, well, and you don't know where this power came from.
I have a theory. I haven't really told anyone else this, but well, I talked to a friend of mine about it a little bit, but there was this spell that I did back in high school, and it didn't go quite right, and that's why my dad got hurt. That's why a lot of people around me keep getting hurt. I think it might have something to do with that. I don't know. I'm hoping once I take the initiation, that's why I've been working my ass off to try to like get there.
People with immense power have a lot of trouble controlling it. I mean, I've been trained since I was basically 3 on how to manage what I got going on. Can't imagine someone who has much more power than I do. I'm sure it's just ricocheting in strange ways.
Yeah. Man, this would have been great if we could have talked about this in high school, because then that whole thing might not have happened. Not for like seeing the future sort of things, but just like somebody to talk to about this. I get it though. Why you couldn't?
Well, you never told me you could do magic. So,
Fair, but you knew I could. I didn't know.
yep.
Yeah. All right. So that's why things went down the way they did in May.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish I would have told you then, because then maybe. But I can't. There are rules.
Well, like I said, in 3 weeks I'll be initiated anyway, so it won't really matter.
Yeah. But
I'll
this
just keep-
whole vision thing that I saw last night, that I've been seeing for the last 5 days, I don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah. Like I said, I have some friends. We've been sort of dealing with stuff like this around town.
I know.
Right.
Sorry, I won't do that. That's really annoying.
A little bit. Where you like reading
know-
my mind right now too?
I'm
Like-
not reading your mind, but I can feel your emotions.
Like all of them?
A lot of them.
He just like scoots away a little bit on the couch.
It's like a white noise that everyone gives off. It's just like this. I can just sense it when it's like walking by a radio.
That's really not fair.
If it helps you, if it evens the odds at all, I see a lot of really fucked up shit.
I mean, I do too. I just usually am the cause of it.
Okay, fair. But you've kind of put yourself in that situation, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into a competition of whose life is shittier right now.
Yeah, we're kind of good at that. So when do you leave?
Around Christmas.
Gonna be gone for a few weeks.
Yeah. Heading over to London for a bit. I don't know how much you know
Well-
about the training and the oaths and all that, but
Well, just peripheral. You know, we're not really a part of your order. We're just kind of we kind of work with them.
this is so weird.
Yeah. But it's how things have worked for a long time. I mean, at least in my family, it's what we do.
Man, this is weird.
I know.
So where does that leave us?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Like, are you still going to talk to me now? Or, like, are we going to go back to not talking to each other for, like, the next 9 months?
Well, I did just tell you that the reason that I wasn't talking to you was because I couldn't talk to you, and now I can. Well, I've decided that I can. Officially, I'll be able to later, but
What I'm
as
asking
long
is,
as we don't tell anyone.
what I'm asking is, do you want to keep talking?
I mean, I guess it's nice to talk to someone about this stuff.
All right.
I mean, this is weirder for you than it is for me, so
Yeah. I'm gonna regret saying this, but do you want a drink? I really need another drink now, and I'm still so hungover.
sure. Let me make you a Bloody Mary. Unless you have Fireball, then.
God, no.
Alright, fine. I'll fix no Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Wynn just wants to hang out and catch up.
Sure. She has a lot to tell you. This random nonsense about her family and what they do. And how she can't get away with anything because her dad always knows. It's really annoying. That's why she hasn't gone back to see her parents since October, because otherwise they would know and would have seen it. And she explains that she didn't want to tell. That's like, that was part of her keeping a secret too, because she was supposed to tell her dad about it and like the order, but she didn't because she was afraid that they would like do something about it. And yeah, lots
I
of
think,
stuff.
yeah, because Wynn just listens for a long time, starts to say things, and then realizes she already knows that. So I'm just going to sit here and just listen to what she has to say, because this is so far just all been very one-sided.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, a couple of drinks and catch up. We'll leave them there for now. Because I want to talk to Sally. Let's see what I got
So-
in here. Bringing it back around. Sally, you wanted to make a phone call
Yeah.
to an old friend
Mm-hmm.
to perhaps meet up and have a discussion about recent events.
Yep.
How do you do this?
Go to the false closet, grab the cup, grab some really old rope, grab a live spider, and take it to the warehouse.
Taking off another use of the warehouse.
Yep. I know. Someone's gonna want, ma'am, can I help you? Oh shit.
All right. You gather your supplies, belongings, and head down to the warehouse. Yes. Okay.
So set the cup. Oh, first, she'll grab her phone, and she'll pull up Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. Turn that on.
Okay.
Gonna throw, grab the spider and the really old rope, literally like tie it around the spider, throw it in the cup, and then do just a little prick of her finger and drop that in the cup too.
Okay. You let this drop of blood sort of fall into the cup on top of the spider, and you wait. You're gonna wait for a few minutes, and after a little bit, you see the little droplets of blood that are in the cups start to kind of shake just a little bit, and then the droplets are to expand, and the bottom of the cup starts to sort of fill with blood. And from it, you hear a whispering for a moment, and then a familiar voice, the voice of Angula on the other end. What?
I'll give you props. The song's pretty good.
What do you want, Sal? I'm busy.
Feel like we need to chat. I got a proposition for you.
How funny. I might have one for you too.
Well, shit. Grab some bourbon. No, I got a flask here somewhere. Yeah. I think you know where to find me.
See you soon. And the blood in the cup just sort of starts to almost like fade back into the sides and kind of disappear, and then you're just left with the kind of dregs of your ritual.
This shit never gets less gross.
It's nasty. And then after 2 or 3 minutes, the door to the warehouse opens, and you hear the click of boots sort of across the concrete floor as long red hair, black leather vest, black pants, snakeskin belt walks in. Your old pal. All right, let's hear it.
Have a seat. Stay a while. You want some?
Might as well. Seems like you're over trying to poison me.
Yeah, well. Would have worked that one time, but yeah.
A good effort. She pulls up one of the like old chairs and kind of sits down, kicks her feet up on like a rusted out desk that's been pulled out of an office. So, you want to go first?
Nah, I'm real curious. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. Well, I've got a friend of yours in my pocket. Little soul that you love very much. Your little friend, Rex. But you knew that. You knew that when they gave me the book. Now I'm not mad. It was a good plan. And you got me. For a minute. But, see, it's my contract. And it's my rules. And your friend broke them. So right now, my lasso's around their little heart. And I know that's really sad for you. So, if we're done with all the tricks and the demon nonsense, fucking hate Vitalis so much. Can't control him for more than a couple of days. I'll let him go. Contract fulfilled. Rex's soul right back where it should be. If you do something, I would say for me, but something that benefits both of us.
Listening.
I got a friend. A high up, powerful friend who, in this transaction, would like to remain nameless, if if at all possible. But me and that friend both know how much you hate being under your mama's thumb. And I know your mama's put a price on my head. So, I think we can work together. Well, not in the strict sense of the word, but you make a little deal with this friend of mine, a pact, some might call it. The hold your mama has on you goes away. You get, I don't know, power, wealth, a bigger sword, whatever it is you like. You get off my back. Things change a little bit downstairs. Power dynamics shift, and contract fulfilled. I give your friend their soul back. Unharmed.
So let me get this straight. You have an anonymous fucktard that I'm supposed to sign a pact with.
Let's say like a donor. A benefactor.
Right. I sign their team. I get cool shit. Rexy's free and clear.
100%.
Where's my mom go?
Well, she gets off your back and she gets off mine. And me and my mom will deal with her. Now it seems weighted in your favor, but trust me, the prospect of not having to carry your weight around with me everywhere I go is more golden than you think.
Oh, I really thought you missed me there, Ange.
I miss having drinks with you, Sal. I don't miss you dogging me everywhere I go. And I need some time to myself to write a new book.
Another bestseller, I'm sure.
You can only imagine.
All right.
Unless you got a better deal.
No, see, this is why you go first. I mean, you just sort of clarify some things. I mean, it works out well. You don't come back to Cedar Grove.
Why would I come back to this shithole?
That's what I'm talking about. You leave me and mine alone. Blood or otherwise.
All right. I got a couple of deals to make in LA anyway.
Oh, Anne, when you see Ma, give her a big kiss for me.
Always. You ready to sign?
Yeah, sure. Fuck, let's get it over with.
All right. She stands up, sort of downs the rest of what she was drinking, goes over to the warehouse wall, and kind of wipes some grime off of it, and then sort of extends her finger, and there is this deep, like, red glow from it, and she starts to kind of inscribe some runes, some things on the wall. And when she's done, kind of presses her hand into it, and it all glows kind of this deep, like, orangish red all at once, and then fades. And she says, "All right. A little bit of blood, seal the deal. You're up, Buttercup."
Reads the ancient runes. Man, this
Seems legit.
antiquated language shit.
A lot of legalese.
All right. Daughter of Doom.
You're not bored with that one yet?
I will be glad to be rid of it.
All right. And you sign, and she sort of presses her hand to it one more time, and just from it you hear this hissing, like coming from the wall, almost like a pit of cobras. Just this shaking and hissing sort of sound, and everything kind of shakes just for a second, and it glows again, and then it fades, and the runes and your blood sort of fade away. And she says, "All right. Expect a call in the next couple of days."
It's not ominous at all.
And if you want to say goodbye to your mama, now's the time.
Yeah, I'll give her a call later.
Be seeing you.
No,
And
you
she-
won't.
You'll call me eventually. As she, sort of clicking her boots on the concrete floor, walks out the warehouse door.
Just collapses.
Okay. It's letting the dramatic sting in the music happen.
It's perfect.
And we'll leave Sally for now, because we are going back, or forward rather, in time just a little bit, to Winthrop Crowley, who has flown to London with his mom. I'm gonna find some other music, but I just really like this one I've been using. That's fun. Win.
Mm-hmm.
You have a very important ceremony to get to. Is there anything in these last minutes, these last few days, you want to do to prepare?
I want to think that he is just having, like, that their parents are staying. I think they probably have a home or in, like, just outside the city or somewhere, like a small place that they his parents stay in, or his mom stays in when she's in town. I want to imagine that they're, like, sitting in, like, the living room or something, and Wynn's just like knee bouncing. He's like, all right, so you're sure they're, like, well, are they gonna ask about this? Like, are we, like, do I need to know? Like, pointing at things like passages in, like, his journal and stuff, and going through books, and just has them spread out. It's like, I don't really understand the incantation for this summoning, and I've looked at it, like, Davian read it to me, and I just can't wrap my head around it. Are you positive it's not going to be an issue?
Honey, I'm positive it's not going to be an issue.
All right. And what happens if this just doesn't go well? I mean, like, I took the SATs a couple of times, and the first couple of times my scores weren't that great either. And like are there multiples, or it's just the one shot deal?
Well, luckily for you, it's not a written exam.
Right.
You'll be all
Okay.
right. Now, the ceremony is mostly pomp and circumstance anyway.
Right.
You'll
Right.
be okay.
And then I just go right,
Davian would not have let you come if you weren't ready for this.
unless he just wanted to be rid of me. I don't know. No, you're right. And you're gonna be there?
Oh, well, I'm going to be presiding over your ceremony, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that makes me feel any better. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
You think you're ready?
I don't suppose I could have like a drink before we go. No, that's a bad idea. No, we're good. I'm ready.
Listen. You know what you're doing. Now, we trusted Davian to have taught you a lot of stuff. Your study habits are not, I think, what we would call orthodox. But
I put in a lot of extra time to make up for the years that I didn't study.
you've met Davian. He would not have let you get on that plane.
You're right. And then it's just straight into the training afterwards, which you've been really like scarce on the details about, so it makes me a little bit nervous.
I have to be, honey. It's, it's complicated. But so you'll do some sort of exhibition to show that you've been working on what you've been working on. We'll have the official ceremony. Now, you've been working on, you memorize the edict. All
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. I
Down?
got it. Yeah.
And then straight into training. About 2.5, 3 weeks. And
Right.
then you'll be right back at home.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Okay. And you head off to the headquarters of your order. So the test, I think, is shorter and less intense than Wynn was afraid of. I'm gonna have you roll
Fuck.
to use magic.
'Kay.
I think you are sort of one at a time filed in. There's 5 other
Mhm.
initiates or so, and I think one at a time you're all sort of waiting outside this in this room to enter. You're called up and taken inside and given a very vague prompt. There's one other person in there. There's not a written test. There's not a structured sort of oral examination. There is just sort of the prompt of, show me what you've been working on.
Okay. I think Wynn has a case, like a almost like a briefcase that he's brought with him, and sets on the floor and flicks it open. I imagine there's like some sort of like I don't know, etiquette that he does, like presenting, may it please the court, whatever it might be. And he flips open the case, and inside are a series of jars. And he opens them slowly. I think his hands are kind of shaking a little bit as he is, and he sets them aside. And inside each one of the jars is paint. And he steps back and like scrawls on the floor, this in chalk around again, shaking. And at one point he kind of stops and like has to erase a little bit, and then fills it in the correct way and goes around in a circle to make this crest around it. And then he says his incantation. You want me to roll magic? Use magic?
Yep.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
Which is the most like that number. Okay, yeah.
What are you setting out to demonstrate?
I think as he channels the flow through him, and one by one the jars begin to like shake slightly, and the paint comes rising up out of the jars and begins to swirl through the air, like mixing and forming colors, and then just forms this like elaborate almost like tapestry through the air of like this moving scene of these very like abstract images. And then he sort of snaps his fingers and it like freezes and crystallizes in the air, forming this very beautiful like mosaic that's just like hovering and suspended in space in front of him.
Okay. The person who is in the room with you, just totally face unmoving, I think takes everything in, and as the mosaic crystallized sort of in the air hovers there, does like walks like one loop around the room and nods at you. You can put your things away.
Thank you. And he like quickly begins to go forward, and like I think he mutters a little incantation, and the pieces sort of break off and fracture into like 1,000 tiny crystals, and then they liquefy once again and go back down into the inkwells, and then he shuts it and like fumbles a little bit inside, then walks out of the room, sort of like nodding as he does, and says thank you, and just leaves the room.
Okay, you leave the room, and you go back outside with everyone else, and you sit, and you wait.
Probably is like a little bit of awkward conversation with the other people, and then I don't know if they all speak English from where they're coming from, but like tries to have a little bit of a conversation with anyone that can.
A couple of them do, yeah. I think you have there's, including you, I think 6 people sitting in this room from essentially all corners of the world, so you all have some awkward conversation as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Past some language barriers. A couple that speak English.
Wynn's a nervous talker, so I think that's what he would do.
After a few minutes, after you, a couple of other people are called in. They're in the room for max 5 minutes, and they come back out. And after a few minutes, a figure sort of wearing this long red cloak walks in. And reads off all 6 of your names, and then says, "Follow me." And I lead you deeper into the building that you are in. You are led eventually into this dark, kind of darkened, mostly stone room, where there are a few people. They're sort of like seating kind of out. You're sort of led in from the back of the room, and you're led onto these like long, almost like pews, to sit in, where there are several sort of groups of people around your age kind of sitting in front of you. And at the front of the room, there are sort of stairs leading up to this large dais where there's a long table. And you see, I think there are 6 of them, if I'm remembering what you sent me, people in different colored cloaks sitting at this sort of like head table. Your mother, one of them, in this sort of deep red, deep crimson cloak. And you get the impression that maybe you all passed the test. You see a couple of familiar faces. Well, one particularly familiar face, sort of as people turn around to see who is entering as a few rows up in this kind of deep green robe. Davian sort of sitting at the end of one of these rows, like looking looking for you and seeing you, and then looking very excited and then not saying anything and then turning back around.
I give him a thumbs up as I walk past.
He kind of like nods, as trying to hide it as best he can, but looks pleased. And you sit down, and the initiation ceremonies begin. You go through a few classes of initiates, and finally, as one ends and one of the council members sits down, you see your mother from the high table stand and call out to the room. And she says, "The prospects for the fangs of the beast. Step forward." And you, I assume, and the other people who were with you when you entered stand and make your way to the front of the chamber. You form a line sort of parallel to the table sort of at the bottom of the stairs of the dais, and your mother steps down to address you. She is sort of attended by or surrounded by a few other members of the order, all wearing these sort of long like crimson cloaks, some with hoods up, some not, and with like various like wearing pieces of armor and weapons underneath. And once everyone has settled and lined up, as it were, she instructs everyone to kneel. One by one, she starts at one end of the line, addressing each of you in turn, asking you if you are prepared to take an oath. You hear one by one your fellows stand up, recite the edict that you are familiar with, and then they are presented with their cloak. And then finally, she stands in front of you and says, "Winthrop Crowley, are you prepared to take your oath?"
I am.
Then rise and swear the edict of the beast.
Rises and clears his throat and says, "By sword and soul, under the light of Aster Argos, I bind myself as claw and fang to seek out corruption of the weave, to slay all which threatens humanity without hesitation, to keep secret that much which must remain secret, to forsake all duties not of the beast, to serve so that I might find enlightenment through eternity. By this I pledge myself as fang of the beast in blood and bone."
And so you are bound in blood and bone. And she steps away, and you stand there. The last order member that was behind her sort of steps up to you holding a red cloak, swings it over your shoulders, and you feel as they sort of fasten it in front of you, this almost like something like a binding is taking hold, and this warmth sort of spreads over your shoulders and through your chest, and you look up into the face of the man who has given you your cloak and who will now oversee you, and you recognize him because you spoke to him once. That time you promised him you would come back to church. It is Father Donovan of Our Lady of the Sacred Grove. And he sort of claps you on the shoulder and then takes his place sort of standing next to you, as the rest of them have. As your mother sort of returns up to the dais where the council sits, and she speaks out one last time to the 6 of you that are standing, and says, "And so you are bound, all in blood and bone. Welcome, Fangs of the Beast." And she sits at her end of the table as the last of the initiations are completed.
Wynn just whispers under his breath, "I knew there'd be a third shoe."
Look, we can only hire so many cast members.
In the aftermath of this, is there anything you would like to do?
No, I mean, I think it's just like talking with Davian and his mother, and now, like thank you and all that sort of stuff before he has to go and do his training for the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Yes, you have the evening to talk to everybody, to sort of decompress, and then I think Father Donovan sort of approaches you sort of as everything is winding down to make sure that you are ready. And that night, you leave, and you spend a couple weeks in training. Okay. After all of this, Rex has a new job, Sally has a new mom, Travis is a warlock. I couldn't think of anything else funny to say. That's as far as I got.
Okay, good.
Did you say good? Well, some of you were throwing a party. Wynn has come back from London. Rex has been onboarded at Banshee. Sally is grappling with whoever is in control of her now, maybe, as is Travis. And Abby is getting ready to go to Cambridge. I need you guys to tell me how this surprise Christmas party goes down. Travis, please.
Travis has been up uncharacteristically early, working the chef. Well, okay. Trying to work the chef of the house, but also realizing, or like the chef is kind of like letting him think that he's calling the shots. I feel like it's like, all right, we need like the brisket in like the oven at this time and whatever, blah blah blah, like saying things that don't make any sense. And the chef's like, "You got it, boss." Like, and it's just like totally.
There's a lot of nodding and a lot of finger guns, and then
and like Travis just thinks he's the best cook in the world. Like he doesn't really know how it's all happening, but he's doing it, man. And
bless his heart.
yeah, he's trying, and I think like he's micromanaging. Like Sally's like putting up a decoration. He's like, it looks like a little like off level there. Like, and she like bats his hand away. So he's like, okay, all right. And
I
These are
have
historically accurate. Do not at me. Get away.
okay. All right,
Get away.
Fair enough. All right, okay, you the expert. And like, I don't know. He's rushing around like an excited host with his kiss the cook apron. and everything. Yeah.
I have one clarification question for you.
Yes.
You are doing this all at Abby's house,
Yes.
and it's break from school.
Yes.
How do you keep Abby from being in the house?
We got Abby out.
Rex is on Abby duty. He or she rather
Christmas presents or something.
I think sent her on a wild goose chase with like a scavenger hunt of like technological clues of some sort. Like, I don't know if Ajax got in on it or you faked being Ajax. Like, it's just who knows, man.
I mean, you'd really just have to invite him to town, and
yeah,
and then
easy.
she'd be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Abby's not home.
Did we call Ajax? Because then Rexy can be doing something else, or does Rexy could play the I've never had a Christmas card and have Abs show her how to buy presents and
Yes,
all
that.
that.
That
Okay.
That
absolutely.
is so wholesome.
That's
That is
wonderful. and I
adorable.
love it. Okay, so
But we did call
Rex-
Ajax. Ajax is there, right? Ajax.
Oh
good.
yeah, of course.
And then I don't want to take up time with it because we just know that Travis is amazing at stealing things. But is Travis able to go steal Abby's gift?
Travis did not steal Abby's gift because he knows Abby would not be approving of that.
No, for Sally.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
he
knows.
stole your gift.
Okay, thank you.
But he
Gift-
did not
gift
steal
has
his own
been-
gift.
procured.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all
Covering
I had
Christmas
this on
trees
shuffle,
and
but it's
strung
only playing a one
cranberries
song. How do I make this work?
It's a dream.
and colored string.
Don't just want to hear jingle bells for the next half an
and
hour.
silver bells. And bows.
There's more of them. Okay. So, gifts procured. Travis worked up into a frenzy hosting. Is there anything specifically that any of you want to make sure that I know is at this party?
I do
Tell me.
get a band to come. I guess Wynn made the arrangements before leaving to make sure it actually happened.
Yeah.
So that does show up.
Okay. So, party set up. Travis, who's invited to this party?
The group, Ajax, Davian, the Jinn.
Yes. Please
Okay.
say the gin's still in town. Yes.
That can be
I
it.
feel like that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's an intimate affair.
Intimate.
So
Yeah.
all of you and Davian.
He also sent Stan a Christmas card, but he
Hmm.
didn't invite him. But he did send him a Christmas card.
It's really nice. So sort of milling around in Abby's house, we have Travis, Rex, Sally, Wynn, Davian, who's just so excited to be there, and Ixto, the Jinn. Sorry, Sean, you looked like you were gonna say something.
No, sorry.
Okay. So most of you are there. Rex sort of warning everybody that the ruse is ending. SOS. You return with Abby to the mansion.
Now, that's why gift wrapping at the stores is the most important thing.
Totally makes sense. And you notice when you showed up to go on this adventure, because Rex drives a motorcycle, so
Yeah.
you had to drive. Rex has Will Ferrell's costume from Elf on
Oh my god.
to go shopping, because they also know that what's going to happen later. So
Uh-huh.
so they've totally made the cosplay of that that costume.
Is it better if they go on the motorcycle or the Vespa? Or would we have brought Watson to drive us around?
I think this is a Watson affair because
Okay,
we're
okay,
buying
okay.
presents.
Yes,
so,
yeah, obviously.
you know.
We need a trunk. Cool. Has Rex been in her house?
Inside, no.
Oh, okay. She'll say, sorry, it's like kind of cold because we just like don't keep the heat on, and but welcome. And she'll just like open the doors.
So you go to open the door, and on the other side of it, ready to instead open the door for you, is a young, fresh-faced, new butler. This is Heathcliff, the new butler that you've hired, who is taking care of the house while Watson is out driving you around, but will be the one sort of taking care of the Haven and Travis and Wynn while you're gone. He's maybe 22, and just full uniform, sort of towel over his arm, sort of opens the door and says, "Oh, welcome back, Miss Abigail.
Hi, Heathcliff.
And friend."
Oh, this is Rex? Okay. Can you just... There's stuff in the car, but I need to get in the house. If you can just scoot.
Of course. And he steps out of the way and opens the door all the way to let you in. He's just so excited.
I know. He's so sweet.
Shall I fetch the things from the car?
Yes, please. Just put him in the drawing room and we'll sort through him later.
Excellent. He looks like he should be jumping up and down.
Uh-huh.
So excited. And he sort of goes out the door and shuts the door behind you and is giggling to himself.
Boy. New help, right?
Rexy pretends like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And you,
Yeah, so she'll kind of do like a short tour of like the immediate area, just like, oh, and this painting is from this era, and this is. My parents are really interested in this thing. I don't really care about it. I'm sorry if this is boring. Like,
right, and you turn the corner sort of into the main living area, and
A fire is alight. There's, I don't know, 5 trees. All decked out, like to the nines. And all your friends. Happy holidays. Wow.
Surprise.
Sally has an updo, like sort of like a sloping updo with some ringlets. She still has her jacket on, but she's got like this sort of sloped bodice on, and she's wearing a dress.
Ooh.
But she's still wearing her jacket.
Still with the sword? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, well, she left the sword at home, but she does
okay.
have a side backup just in case. Yeah.
what are the rest of you wearing?
Barrel elf costume.
Yeah, I think Travis is wearing an ugly sweater, jeans, the Kiss the Cook apron, and a Santa hat.
And Travis had said, Rexy, make a classic Christmas list of music. And Rexy hits the button, and it starts off with Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis. Blah, 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 and then if Trav gives Rexy the evil eye, then they switch it over to switches it over.
Read a room, Rex. Read a room. Not that one.
She's giggling.
Wynn is wearing a green pastel suit. Because that's what he has, but he's not wearing the jacket because it doesn't fit him anymore. Because he's a frat boy.
Why wouldn't he?
Because I know people that had this suit. But he's not wearing the jacket right now. Because it doesn't fit anymore. Because his shoulders are just a little broader than they were beforehand. Like he got really into push-ups over the summer, but it's only been 3 weeks. And he looks tired.
Okay. What is this? What's going on?
Surprise! It's the holidays. It's you always wanted like a Christmas and everything, and I got you like 5 of them. Look at all these trees.
I told you 5 trees was way too much.
It's fine.
It fills the hall.
Do we
Yeah.
each have
Literally,
a
I
tree?
actually can't even get to the bathroom right now. It's like in front of.
There's another one down the hall that I'm not supposed to know about, but it's there.
Essentially, there's a tree for each of you.
and we got to decorate it.
That seems right.
Yes. That seems
Well.
right.
All right.
Oh my god, guys.
There's a themed tree.
You didn't have to do all this.
I
It was
wanted
Swift's
to.
idea.
Please.
He made us. I mean, we wanted to.
I didn't make you do shit. I made you do a little bit of things. It was to say.
She's just gonna run up and like tackle hug Travis. But she's small, so she doesn't actually tackle him, but just a big old hug. This is everything I ever wanted.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the trees are a little. I mean, there's a lot of them. They're just, but they're really pretty.
Thank you. I enlisted Sally's help. Turns out she has quite a penchant for interior decorating.
I can see that.
It just, it's historically appropriate.
It's historically appropriate.
It fits the room perfectly.
If Wynn decorated a tree, he got all the ornaments from the frat house, and a lot of them aren't appropriate.
Yeah, we don't talk about Wynn streets. Come in there.
Wynn's tree is the one that's by the bathroom.
That's,
Rex's tree, the needles are all like white, and they're like bristle, not like fake
Mhm.
needles,
Mhm.
and it's tiered, and the branches are perfectly straight, and they ascend in colors of the rainbow
Aw.
up the top, and then it's like rainbow, 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 and then the star lights up at the top, and then rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. But like I said, it's all like LED lights
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole way up, and
Travis is like a lot of candy canes, like a stupid.
Of course it is.
We're talking like there
Is
might
there-
be more candy canes than trees.
Now, by the end of this, is there just a section that's just gone that he's eaten all of them by the end of the night?
There is a weird hole on one section where it's like right next to where the fireplace was. He's like, "Listen, I really was trying to stoke this fire, and I just got very hungry."
there's traditional cranberries and popcorn strings. There's like not enough popcorn because when they were munching, so there's like 3 cranberries, 1 popcorn.
Oh my god.
So good.
I want to cry at how wholesome this is.
I think that she's gonna go around and hug everyone, and like she's kind of starting to get a little teary, and she's like, "Well, did you tell them?"
On what?
Tell us what?
Well, I got accepted to Cambridge, and they want me to start next semester. So,
That's amazing! Congratulations!
Where's Cambridge?
it's in England.
Oh.
So we'll have to upgrade your internet a little so you can do your classes online. Says sheepishly.
No, unfortunately, I have to do my studies there. I mean, they have an amazing lab, and I'm really excited to go tour it. But, I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to have a holiday. I didn't think it was going to be this, but it's kind of why I wanted to get everyone together. Hi, Davian.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thanks, thank you
Truly.
for coming.
Ixto's found Hulu.
Is
Oh.
Davian an Oxford
No.
man? Is this like a big point of
Oh, he's
contention
an
now?
Oxford man.
Uh,
No.
Has a great respect for the institution of Cambridge. Ixto has found the
A lesser
charcuterie.
school.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I mean, I guess that doesn't change anything as far as like you guys using the lab and all of that. I mean, it does, because there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to be able to use because it's really expensive, and I don't think you guys know how to use it properly. But you guys can still all hang out there as much as you want, and yeah, I'm just going to be gone for a while.
When do you leave?
Well, classes start on the 14th, so I've got a couple weeks.
Oh, so this is looks at Travis. Is this a going away party? We don't have nearly enough drinks as this is a going away party. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, please don't get into my dad's stash.
Yeah, he'll know.
Travis remembered that.
Wynn
Abby's
starts
impressed.
mixing hunch punch out of whatever he can.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Abby
Not-
just
I said Eeksto was in the kitchen, so he'll help you.
Okay.
Abby does
I'm
not
in.
drink. But she will appreciate that the rest of you can.
And the Christmas ham is actually like vegan. So I don't know what it's made out of, but it's not ham. So.
Did you cook it?
I tried.
The chef
your
is
chef
standing in the background.
I'm sure it's gonna be great, Travis. This is so amazing.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I throw a mean holiday party.
Does this mean you're gonna miss me?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
You can come visit.
oh hell yeah! There's plenty of stuff to see in England with my eyes and not my hands.
Well, I mean, we got everyone gifts. Do we want to do that before
What
or
a
after dinner?
coinky dink! We got you gifts, so there we go.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Okay, listen, yeah, we should probably wait after dinner, but come on, here's mine. You gotta open it. It's great. It's amazing.
Wait, are we doing gifts?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. She like hands it back to him, scoots out of the room, like shuffle walks out of the room, and then comes back like a little bit. She has to go down and get the presents and come back with all of them. I didn't put cards on them yet, but here. And she like trades with him.
Can the doorbell ring at some point? We'll do gifts and then
Sure.
Okay.
Is it a singing telegram or?
no.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
no.
my
Okay.
goodness.
So
Travis Terrace is open first.
Okay.
is it?
She got him a 1760s vase that was in the royal palace at the time, and she will say to him, "I didn't pay for this."
What? You corrupt little snitch! Get out of here! How'd you? You gotta tell me how you did it.
I'm a good stealer never tells their secret.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, kid. I'm gonna fucking cry. That's amazing. You did learn something.
Of course.
Proud of you. I bought this for you.
I open it. What is it?
You guys ever grow up with those like chemistry sets as a kid?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Mhm.
It's that, but with candy.
Oh,
You make candy, and it's a chemistry set.
I had one of
oh my gosh.
Candy chemistry.
I will
By
only use this
Thames
if we
and
do it
Cosmos,
together.
not sponsored.
We have to do it together.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I want to learn how rock candy exists because I frankly don't understand it.
Okay. Sally, I got this for you.
Oh. Shakes it.
It's a box. It's a pair of platform leather shoes. They're really nice. like real leather. They had like attachable spikes, but I didn't know if you wanted that or not, so I just put them in the box with them.
You know, for special occasions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Thank
special
you.
occasions.
Would they? I don't know if they'd go with the dress.
I mean, if you were.
All right, no, I'll put them on. I'll put them on. She'll put them on. She'll attach the little spikes on them too. Thank you.
You've been like family to me, so.
Right. Who's next?
Rex.
Now,
What?
who? I'm just sorry. I'm sitting here trying to parse who got gifts for who.
I guess for everyone.
I
have
guess
gifts for
everyone.
You have
Yeah.
gifts for-
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
This is the rest of the session.
I feel well, yeah, yeah.
It's fine. We can do it. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Does Abby also have gifts for everyone else?
Yes.
Rex.
Oh yeah, but it was funny because it was like Abby took Rex out to do Christmas shopping, and it was like, stopped at the gun store and stopped at like a Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Stopped at all
Okay.
these places that are not gift like.
Mhm.
We're going to do it because I knew this was going to happen.
We had this conversation before the stream started.
No. I love it. I love everything about it. I just wanted to make sure that I knew sort of what we were going through.
Mhm.
Abby, continue.
Abby is going to go up to Rex, and she is going to give them a it's like a USB drive, and she says, so I had Ajax help me with this, because I know you're probably pretty hard to shop for, since I just found out what you're, wear and stuff. So like buying you an outfit or something would be really difficult. So
I do this at the elf costume.
So that is a encrypted file, or an encrypting file. Hold on, let me get it right. It has magic in it so that when you break into something, they cannot trace it back to you, even magically.
Oh, that's sweet. And just goes for the hug.
She hugs her back.
Thanks.
Welcome. Thanks for keeping me busy all day, I guess.
It was fun.
It was fun. We can go shopping again soon.
And then as Rex turns away, then their face kind of drops, like she's going away, But he doesn't let anybody see that.
Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna go up to Win. That smells terrible. What is that?
I lost track after like the third bottle that I used, so it was supposed to be Hunch Punch. I have no idea what this is now.
Well, I thought that since you, from what I've been told, what you drink is like a lot of kind of cheap stuff because that was what you can afford. So I got you this scotch that I've been told is very old and is very good. It
Bet he
is a
takes-
black label Johnny Walker.
Shit.
Not for mixing, for sipping, is what I was told.
Right. We need to set price limits on our gifts next year. Thank you.
That kind of goes with mine here.
No, you guys really.
He gives Abby a hug after giving that to.
She got Win some really nice like sipping whiskey glasses, so you can learn that not everything goes in a solo cup. So they're big.
Thank you. I'm starting to realize that you guys are sort of doing like a self-improvement thing for me more than anything, but I'm here for it. I appreciate it. I will take better care of myself by drinking this.
No, I think you're doing a great job.
watching you drink that stuff out of plastic cups was painful for me. So this is actually maybe sort of a selfish gift, but yeah.
I mean, I was talking about in your life, not just in your drinking, but
Thank you.
I was talking about your drinking.
Davian, I have she's gonna just give me a minute. She's gonna run downstairs and grab one of her old books and slap a bow on it and give it to him because she didn't know he was gonna be there.
That's very sweet of you, darling. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know what to get a Jin.
I don't think he needs anything.
Is gin too on the nose?
Different spelling.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny.
Okay.
Rex is nodding aggressively.
Abby's out of gifts.
Wait, no, it might be offensive. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Why would I give it? I don't even know him.
I don't know.
Maybe
just
I'll give
thought
him
it was...
my Netflix password.
Ooh. Yeah.
My,
Good idea.
All my viewing passwords, I'll just give it to them, to him.
He's just really excited about it. He loves it.
Yep, Abby's done.
Davian gives you all a gift, but it's all the same gift for all of you.
Yeah.
So he says, now you have to open them all at the same time. Yeah, it's all books, and
Yay!
it's all different volumes of a 5-part, in-depth, very well researched demonology series.
Sally's checking to see if she or her mom are in one of these.
Thank you for this thoughtful gift, Davian. I think we deserve that one.
Travis is also looking to see if Sally's in one of them, but not letting on to what he's doing.
You'll find out
like,
later, because it's going to take a lot of time to read these books, because they're big books, you guys.
Oh, Rex is like, I'll scan mine and send you all the Google stock.
Okay.
Like opens a page.
Oh my god. Oh,
Takes
I
a
was like,
picture.
please don't tear the pages out.
No, just flipping them and taking a picture of each page.
Wynn runs downstairs to get his gifts for everyone, and comes back. None of them are wrapped, and hands them out. I'll just go down the list. He gives Sal a bottle of leather honey for her jacket, and a bottle of Maker's Mark, which is way outdone by anything that everyone else gave each other. No, it's okay. He gives Abby a book from that he got Davian's permission to give her from his library on shamanist healing practices. Rex, he got a cat collar with a bell on it and a flare gun, so that we'll always know where you are.
Nice.
And then he goes up to Travis and says, Travis, I'm really sorry about the car. Like, I know it was a bit ago, but I'm still, like, it was recently, like, brought to my attention again, and so I was, thinking about it. I can't get you a new car. I hope you understand that. But I did work a couple of extra nights at Sal's bar, and worked a lot of bachelorette parties to get enough tips to do this, and hands this. Or was that not what it was? I don't remember what it was. You said that there was a bachelorette party that was.
That is what it was.
Yeah, that was at the bar.
Came into the bar.
Not like that.
Just
Travis
phrasing
is
was
giving you the same
beautiful.
look.
Rex was already looking online on people's Facebooks that go to the bar just in case.
And he hands him a box. It's actually like pretty heavy. And inside is a Escort Max 360 radar scanner, like top of the line for his car.
We're square, kid. This is great. Good job. You did good. Hope Sal didn't work you too hard.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know what I said.
That's it.
Nice.
All right.
My,
You
oh yeah.
you
Go
got
ahead.
your cups. Travis, you get what looks almost exactly like what Wynn makes your dagger turn into when it gets all magical. But in real life, it's not magical, but it looks like it.
This
It's
is
more decoration.
Cool.
Oh, I mean, it's not as functional.
I'm mounting this above my bed. This is great. I love it. Wombo combo, baby.
Wombo combo. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Rex, you get what looks like a very, very, very old pocket watch. Yeah. Okay,
How?
you gotta turn the little thing. Turn the little thing.
Opens it.
And it starts to play a little tinny tune. It's one of the oldest ones of those. I got it in Switzerland a while back.
Rex is like, trying not to cry. It's like, this cool sound. Thanks.
It's old tech. I thought you'd like it.
It's actually got gears and stuff. I can share that. I mean, I can take a look at it sometime.
It's yours. I don't want. I absolve myself of it.
Thanks. And hug. Is that just...
And Abby gets a book. The cover is very old, very worn. There's no title on it.
What is this?
It's pretty interesting. It's a book of genealogies.
For who?
Lots of people, I left a note in there for you.
Okay, I'll read it later then.
Real proud of you. It's a big accomplishment.
Thanks. I'm excited.
Just if your dad gives you any trouble, just tell him Aunt Sally says hi.
What?
He'll know what you mean. It'll be great. Just tell me with a look on his face.
Okay. Does my dad know you?
We met.
Okay. You're being very vague and ominous about this, so I'm gonna let it go. But I will remember this for later. Thank you for the book. She adds it to the other books.
Sal usually has her choker on, and she does, but she also has a little cameo on it tonight.
Aw.
Is that just me left?
Me also as well, but go ahead.
Oh.
Do it.
Mine has to do with the doorbell, so if you don't mind, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Wait, me or you?
You.
You.
Me. Okay, so Sally, this is kind of embarrassing. We got you a little it's like a figurine of Cloud with his giant Buster sword, and I was like, same energy but kind of different. I figured it was,
I
the
will
closest
also
thing I could
mount it
find.
over my bed.
Oh god. And then Rex, he gives you ever seen, and I don't know if it's on Etsy or on just the internet, the people that turn a Nintendo 64 into a handheld thing with the screen and all the hardware built into it and everything.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
gives that to Rex and says I figured you had every single crazy techie thing, but I thought this was really nifty. I was shopping for Wynn's gift and I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cool.
It's pretty sweet, but you gonna take me on later? We'll duke it out.
Oh, I have a feeling that will be very easy. And he turns to Wind with a smile on his face. He says, "You, young man, need to learn today. You know that game you play with your friends and you do the push-ups in between whoever comes in fourth when you're drunk at the frat house, that Super Smash Brothers game? Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you, it's a very, very old series, and you are a very, very young man, but you could use some culture, you could use some self-improvement, and so I, because we're spending a lot of time together, you're gonna need some training." And he gives him a Nintendo 64, 4 controllers, Super Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart. And he says, "We can play these drunk or sober, but god damn it, you're gonna learn the classics, kid."
When you said the word training, Win physically like flinched for a moment, and then he realized what you were talking about. He said, "Oh, rap, yeah, drunk, definitely drunk. But yes, that sounds awesome. We should just take that spot down the cave, and we can probably like clear everything out of there, and then just like."
Oh,
and
yeah.
looks over to Babby. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. One rule: I'm Princess Peach in Mario Kart.
I don't know what that
It's
means.
a Lucky Charm thing. It's
Dibs on Yoshi. Dibs on Yoshi.
there you go. All right.
So Rex is like, they're immaculately wrapped because all the presents were bought with Abby at the store and got them to do their thing. And so the first one he brings over to Trav, and he's like, goes to hand it, and once you take it, Rex just says, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" and just smiles and folds her little arms.
If there's a head in here, I swear to God, Rex.
And Rex just smiles.
Travis is going to very cautiously, though amusedly, open this.
When you open it, it is you might know or might not know, but it is the original Christian Bale Batman helmet from Dark Knight. It is the real deal. They stopped at the Roost and bought it, and it is in the thing, in the box. And Rex is just beaming, like it was the pride and joy of the shop, and now it's yours. But Rex doesn't say all that.
Rex, I have one question for you. Where were the other drugs going?
And Rex just laughs and gives you the sock in the arm. And then they go and come out, and this was another one that they picked up at the shop, but then Abby had them wrap it elsewhere, and hands it to Win, and it's about the size of a 6-pack maybe of beer, and it feels about the weight of a 6-pack of beer, but it's beautifully wrapped.
Win takes it and sort of like peeks through the wrapping. Is it a 6-pack of beer?
It looks like a 6-pack of beer.
Okay, he opens it up. I think he's actually nervous about whatever this might be because it seems too obvious.
So opens it up, and it's got a picture of Rexy on the side of the case, on the side of it, and if you look at it, Rexy's like, read the ingredients.
He reads through the ingredients,
and it's vitamin B6, electrolytes, naproxen, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and it says Rex's wonderful hangover cure. It's all like old timey and like black and white picture of Rex on the side. And
Win looks at it and I think like chokes up for a second, says, "I will save this only for the best parties. Thank you so much."
And just the big Rex nod for getting to talk. Sal, Oh my god, I forgot. What did I get for sale? It was a piece of technology. Basically, it was like an ATD system for your house that's like cameras, sound, this and that, and all that, but like with probably Abby's help, we're gonna upgrade it so and Win will upgrade it so it can see specters, spooks, and other whatnot. So it's like the ADT, my dyslexia, camera set and things for your house, so you can debunk and despook the spooks on it.
Thanks, Rex.
And I won't watch unless you want me to.
I'll just tell you when not to watch. How's that?
Deal.
Cool.
And then Rexy is like, Abby, I made you this, and hands you a laptop.
Oh, thank you.
It's the Library of Congress.
I'm sorry?
It's the Library of Congress.
This is a laptop. Are you saying that the Library of Congress is contained on the whole thing?
And it'll update as they update, but be warned, there is an entire section of porn, and I did label it so you won't stumble into the porn section. And then he looks kind of embarrassed, like, why'd I bring up the porn? Kind of thing. And then the door rings, and Rexy gets a big smile and runs to the door, and it's like, and opens the door, and it's Ajax.
And Abby just like gets visibly excited, doesn't know what to do with the laptop, puts it with her other books, and moves to the door to give Ajax a hug.
Which is returned.
Oh. I didn't know you were coming. I didn't know any of this was gonna happen.
Surprise.
Oh my gosh.
Rex leans into Sally, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Are you Tiny Tim in this situation? What's going on here?
I don't know. I'm in an elf costume, and I've heard that said at Christmas
You're
time.
Tiny Tim. Yes, 100%.
I like the thought that Ajax isn't voiced because we hit our limit for like the amount of actors we could pay for this scene.
Just the hug. Oh, I love it.
Ajax's body double.
Yeah, right. It just
You
from
only see it
behind.
from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dinner?
Yes.
Let us feast.
Abby's just beaming. This is everything she ever wanted. Never got until she found her new family. Yeah.
We have a wonderful, vegan-friendly, found family Christmas dinner.
Yeah, and the timing on that song, it's like you run a show or something.
Is there anything else anybody wanted to do before the party ends?
So as a detail, as we go out, I've got something.
Okay.
But other than that,
Anything before you leave? Anybody else? Okay. Yeah, Rex, go ahead.
as it's the camera's pulling out of the scene, Rexy, from an app on the phone, the snow machines that we have placed around the house, around the windows, all start shooting snow out. So as you're leaving us, there's snow in Georgia on the night coming past the windows.
I love
And
it.
and Rexy looks over at Trav like double thumbs up.
Abby is silently crying.
I'd like
'Cause
to
it's
think
like
that
75 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that Travis was like in the kitchen and like he does that thing like the meme where like that happens and then you see like
Yeah.
All right.
so just knocked a bunch of shit off my shelf, but it was worth it.
Do it for the Vine. I guess it's for the TikTok now. I don't know. God, millennials, am I right? So, your Christmas party ends and the fake snow settles, and you all head home or back inside. And you settle in to deal with whatever may be coming next. One person gets a little bit more insight into what might be coming next. Victoria. You have a move that happens at the beginning of Mysteries.
I
So would
sure
like
do.
to officially roll for a premonition.
All right. Let's see, first roll of this character. um,
Don't blow it. Don't blow.
How's
oh,
that?
You didn't blow it. There you go.
13.
Okay, what do you get on a full success?
On a full success, you get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. Take +1 forward to prevent it from coming true, and mark experience if you stop it.
Okay. So, Victoria, in the middle of the night, you. Well, it's not spooky. It's a
I know.
sunset. Just kidding. Watch Midsommar.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, you suddenly find yourself in the center of a dream, which I think you can tell almost immediately from the beginning is not just a dream. You find yourself again in the middle of the woods, somewhere. No trail around you, surrounded by pine trees, and sort of off in the distance somewhere you hear sort of the trickling of a creek. This dark, a little bit of moonlight and starlight sort of peeking through the trees. You find yourself, without even really thinking about it, kind of navigating through them, finding your path, sort of feeling like you know where to go, and you come upon a clearing. You sort of poke through the edge of the trees, and in front of you is what looks like a campsite of some kind, sort of like a campground where like trees have been cleared out, and there are a few sort of tents scattered around, and you see a couple of familiar faces to you. One of them, a member of the cheerleading squad named Allison, who you're familiar with, who you've been cheering with for a couple of years. Sort of sitting around a campfire with a few other people. For the most part, you can't see their faces. There is sort of this distortion that is happening, but you can very clearly see Allison. And then coming up to sit next to her, you see her girlfriend, a familiar face to you, a member of a sister sorority of yours named Sarah. They're sitting, laughing, having a drink. It looks like camping with friends, having a good time. And then the distortion that is happening to the rest of the faces around the campfire sort of shifts and starts to move and starts to cover most of the scene in front of you. And you find yourself again back sort of in the center of the woods in this grove of trees. No path nearby, the trickling of a stream again sort of playing in your ear, and you hear screaming. And you start to run towards the sound. and you can hear your own footsteps sort of crunching through the leaves, stepping on a twig every now and then you hear another set of footsteps kind of running towards you, and sort of breaking through the trees in front of you and sort of lunging towards you, like trying to grab onto you. You see Allison again, but hair sort of tousled, this frantic look on her face, kind of covered in dirt, and like she has been sort of pushing her way through the forest, grabs onto you. And then before you can react, you see her again, this distortion kind of happening around her, being dragged away from you across the ground as if something is pulling her by her ankles sort of back into the trees, and she disappears. And everything sort of fades to dark, and then right before you awake, you get this flash of, once again, standing in the center of all these trees, Allison standing there, sort of hair covering her face, looking dirty and wet and sort of covered in grime. She looks up at you, and the moonlight kind of cascades across her face briefly, and she pushes her hair back, and covering the bottom half of her face and her neck is blood.
Okay. And am I seeing that part of the vision from someone's perspective, or is it more floaty?
For the most part, it's sort of moving around and floating kind of from different places in the scene, not like you're in one body.
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up.
Check the clock. It's 3 a.m. Fuck. Well, I guess I'm up. She's gonna start sewing.
And that is where we're going to end our session for the day. Can't leave it happy. Why would I do that? What's the fun in that? So, we went way over time.
Nah.
My bad. But I feel like we accomplished a lot today. So thank you, everybody out there who watched with us, who hung out with us today for a little bit of a long, but I hope fulfilling session for everybody. To our new followers that joined us at the beginning of the stream, thank you. Glad to have you, and we hope you come back when we do this again in 2 weeks. So very quickly, before I thank everyone else, it's the end of the session. You know what that means. At the end of the session, the keeper will ask the following questions.
Yay!
Yay! Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yeah.
Yes.
Totes.
The
We
mystery
found
of-
out what everybody was getting for Crimbo.
The mystery of Christmas. Go ahead, have it. Have that. Yes. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Well, yeah, the mystery of who... I don't know. I got nothing.
Well, Sal totally would have. She was ready to.
Oh,
I was
true.
100%
You know what?
ready to.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
Lot, actually.
Mm-hmm, I would think so. Yeah, this is what we call world building. Did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters? I don't know. Maybe all of them.
Yeah.
Whatever. Everybody have 2 XP.
Oh,
Sweet.
my lord.
Should
It's
I?
a Christmas miracle.
I'll level up.
Oh, no, I level up.
Should I
I
give that
did
to
too.
Abby or Victoria?
Victoria.
Solid.
So yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hey Rob, we got some stuff to talk about.
We gotta talk.
I remembered Sally's present.
What is it?
It was a drawing from the hospital that 9-year-old Rexy had made of Sal as a demon hero, like like a horrible 9-year-old drawing with like wings,
It's
but
like Leo and Satan.
yeah, but like golden light, crayon smear all around out the back. I don't know how I forgot that.
Love
He's
it.
doing a butter wall next to the
Wonderful.
cloud thing.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Love it. All right. So we've got a lot happening in this game right now. There's a lot of threads that are picking up, a lot of characters that are being introduced, obviously, or changing, as you sort of saw along the way, and also a new mystery that we will get into with your new friend Victoria next time. So thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks. That will be Sunday, April 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for
Oh
the
shit.
next session. What?
No, nothing. Just
Talk
forgot that I was
afterwards.
mortal again.
Oh no. Well, we'll deal with it next session.
It's my birthday.
That's your birthday.
Yeah. Forgot it was April right now.
It's
What
3
is
days before
time?
my birthday.
Oh yeah. I feel
Everything's
like
29.
we've had this conversation. 'cause
Probably, but
I
guess what?
remember
I
getting
fucking
really
forgot.
excited. Yo, same.
We'll talk about it next time. But yeah, we'll be back on Rob's birthday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, April 26th. In between then, we've got a lot of other stuff going on here on GGK on Tuesday. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got a new episode of EOS, which is our new D&D 5e campaign run by our good friend and fellow Dammit Barry. So come hang out with us. I'm there, Sean's there. It's really, really fun. On Thursday, I'll be back in the driver's seat. The new episode of All Myths Are True. We're into our second season, and now we're playing Tales from the Loop, which is kids on bikes. And this time, they saved their town from brainwashing, and now there's birds with microchips in their heads. So you never know what's gonna happen in Fountain City, Alabama. But join us on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find out on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball,
Thunderball.
which is D&D 5e, but also it's sports. It's incredibly dramatic. If you like Haikyuu, if you like Friday Night Lights, if you like sports, if you like D&D, there's a bunch of other references I'm going to make, but I'm not going to sit here for the next 10 minutes doing it. If you like any of those things or anything adjacent to them, come hang out. It's really fun. We're doing that stuff. And then on Sunday, same time as this show, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, this coming Sunday, we'll have a new episode of The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel. Our what used to be Pathfinder is now D&D because we got everything we wanted out of Pathfinder. Show that Sean is running. It's a mini series. We're coming up on our last few episodes, so it's getting really exciting and intense, and we're definitely pursuing the Black Kestrel. We're working on it. We're doing the best that we can. And yeah, we went really late today, so sorry, and also you're welcome. I don't know, take whichever one you want. Thank you guys so much for playing with me today. It's been, I'm gonna say this on the internet, it's been a rough month, I think, for a lot of us, maybe all of us. There's a lot going on out there right now, and boy, I told myself it wasn't gonna do this, but this session of this game was so joyful and wonderful, and even though I ended it on a really sad and dramatic note, because that's what I do, because I can't do anything else, I am so happy and blessed to have get out of here.
Incoming husband.
Yay! I am
Love
so
always
do if we
wins.
were there.
Yeah.
I am so gross right now, just disgusting. So happy and blessed to get to do this every 2 weeks.
We
And,
love you.
And it keeps me going when times are shit, and it's even something to look forward to when times are good. So, fuck all of you for this specifically.
Sorry.
No, this is how I handle emotions. I'm sorry. This is live on the internet. I'm gonna delete this from YouTube. But thank you guys so much for being here and spending an extra hour of your time with me today. And I cannot tell you how much it means to me and just how joyful this is for me. And I hope it is for you too. And if not, don't tell me. And everybody in chat and our Discord and everything that's been sort of hanging out and talking about our shows and watching our live streams and leaving us comments and stuff on YouTube. Thank you so much, because this is sort of the one thing right now for, I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me and for a lot of us, this is the thing that we have that's sort of keeping us going. So thanks everybody.
Thanks, Abby.
We love
Gross. I'm done. I love you all so much, and I love all of you out there on the internet. Join our Discord and follow us on Twitter and follow us here on Twitch, because we're gonna be doing a lot more stuff. We've got a lot of stuff to watch, and you can come hang out with us. So yeah, we'll be back for this show 2 weeks from today. But until then, good game. Merry Christmas.
On Easter.
Yes. I did it. Yay! Full circle.
Everybody talks about Christmas in July. Nobody talks about Christmas in
Christmas
April.
on Easter.
So, that's a savvy Seaworth original, ladies and gentlemen.
Christmas on Easter. Stay safe. Love each other. Play games. Add me on Animal Crossing. And good night.